Okay, tune to Spoon to be part of our discussion. Tune to Spoon to know what is happening in Liberia, what's happening at the ministries, the agencies, what the policymakers are doing, to know exactly what the real issues are in the country. Just tune to Spoon. I'd like to welcome all of you tonight to this edition of Spoon Talk. We're live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1, Super 95.5 FM, and a host of radio stations across the country. Thanks to Voice of Liberia 104.1. and all of the other radio stations across the country that will most times relay even without telling us. We appreciate you. So Spoon Talk is here tonight. This is your program. We ask you to kindly share the show as you join us tonight. Our social media audience. And to those of you across radio, thanks for listening. Keep listening. This edition of Spoon Talk is loaded. Lots of information coming your way and a whole lot to talk about here tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. We are live on Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric TV on Facebook, and Super TV on Facebook. We're also live on Spoon Talk Live. And I want to welcome all of you tonight. Frank E. Howard, thank you for joining us. I see Mark Laviette. I see Emmanuel Besa Jr. I see Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. And a whole lot of you joining us tonight. Thank you for coming on. Keep coming on. Keep sharing the show. Let's have a great program tonight. I see Per Kimber has joined us as well. Thanks for joining. And the many of you coming on tonight, just keep sharing the show as this edition of Spoon Talk is going to be loaded. My name is Nelson Colette. And as we always do, we dedicate the first segment of Spoon Talk to you. So you get to talk, express yourselves, talk about those issues that matters most to you. Health, education, politics, sanitation, just anything that is of concern to you. You get to have the opportunity to speak out on the different issues of concerns. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here tonight. Moving on to the first segment of the program, affording you the time to talk about those different issues that have concern to you. 0555 101075 is the number to call tonight, and you'll be live. 0555 101075 is the number to call tonight, and you'll be live on this edition of Spoon Talk. So thanks for joining us tonight. Keep sharing the program. Let's go to the phone lines now and start to take your calls. 0555 101075. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. All right. Let's see if we take another person here. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, let's see if we take this person. Hello? Hello, are you there? Okay, let's see if we... Hello? Let me see if we get another person here. Hello, are you there? Can you hear me? All right, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments here, and but keep your calls coming to 0555 101075, or you can also call 0776 101075, and you'll be live on the program tonight as we'll try to make some adjustments here to just be sure that everything is all set to get the show coming your way. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, there seems to be a little bit of adjustment. Hello. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Eric Smith and I call from Niggerstown area.
Go ahead, Smith. What's on your mind?
Yeah, my concern had to do with the Ebola issue in Lofa County. I think the citizens of Lofa, they are not doing well for themselves when it comes to that land issue there. Because recently they just had a program, groundbreaking ceremony, where the citizens of Lofa, the county president now, everything is well. We love the development that taking place in Lofa. Instead of that telling the president now, oh, yeah, indeed, the Guinean, they have taken away our land. So we want to make sure that you put effort for to reclaim our land. Instead of that putting gun on the president, that they don't show that they are not serious about our own land based in Lofa. It is wrong. You see, it's just a normal thing now. We celebrate the Guineans will occupy our land. We celebrate for that. No action. The government, they're speaking only nothing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your input. Thanks for your input tonight. Let's see if we take another person. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're live. Your name and where you joining us from?
Good evening to you. And you are speaking with Mohammed M. Kanejio. I am a core member of the UP in another view.
Mohammed, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Thank you, nothing. Well, nothing. I think what is on my mind, it has to deal with the issue of our CSA director or Director Josiah Jokad. Okay? I think Mr. Jokad seeing himself in a position that he's serving in as a CSA director, definitely, I think he shouldn't be the one to be breaking the law. Very honest, okay? When you're going on a program, when you want to go on a program as a public official, government, I don't think they don't need to see how the law. Maybe avoid riding government vehicle, avoid carrying government vehicles to, let's say, to rally, on a rally program, okay? Because this was the same thing at the time when the former CDC government was in power. We spoke on this thing. And then when our own government is in power, when some of our officials of government trying to do the wrong thing, let's try to speak against it. Okay? That will draw their attention, maybe to desist from what they are doing.
Okay.
So I think what he did, be fine, I think correct.
Thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
This is Boris. I come from Bank City, Nima County.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
What on my has to do with appreciation to Musa Hassan Biliti, representative of District Number 7. You may be aware there is a town in Nima County, District Number 4, named Suople and Sangapli. I can say almost 3 decades ago, there had not been a rule in a particular corridor. And Musa Hassan Biliti came and opened a rule for the people. And today, guys, going to Suople, Sangapli, and Biregui. So want to use the platform to thank him ever so much for the effort. The District 7 where I live, all of the road corridor in District 7 on Biliti has opened everything. Every part of District Number 7 is connected with road. So yeah, extended into District Number 4. I want to thank you ever so much. I want to thank the CNC team for the level of cooperation towards the people of Nima County.
Thank you for your input tonight. Hello. Hello, can you lower the volume of your radio so you get to listen to? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is Edmond Carr, and I'm the visually impaired that are pushing for the return of President. We are a proud member of Concerned Liberian for Justice. My concern, thank you, Colette. My concern this evening has to do with this Ebola trouble in this country. We are calling on the government of Liberia to be fair with the Liberian people, because the same lady that blew the alarm that had led to her suspension today, the very country that she mentioned, the MFA boss is mentioning the same country today in 5:30 or about 16% that is honor sovereign. So the question we are asking then, at what time did they put these people honor sovereign? Immediately upon their arrival at the airport, or they went with their family before you could go back for them and put them on a surveillance? Do they have contact with the immigration official at the airport? How about those that they came with on board our flight? Because I believe they didn't come with charter flight. So if you are telling me that they are on a surveillance, then that means all those that were on board our flight, they need to be contact traced so that we can know the actual story. The immigration officer they came in contact with will also want to know what is their status. If there is something that's going to be hardly anything about this thing there, it's for everybody. We will fight it together, but they need to be fair to tell all the actual story. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. Hello. Is there a name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Nexin.
Yeah, good evening.
This is Oscar Zigman. I'm calling from Kobanpili.
It's good to have you, Oscar. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Nexin, what all my mind have to do with that of Representative Thomas Fowler, Deputy Speaker. Nexin is not good for people to be very grateful to people. I want the members of Unity Party to be very careful with Honorable Fowler. If Honorable Fowler can come today and betray Joyce Weah when he was selling plane at the red light, and he then used to have money to buy plane, he used to borrow plane, and Weah came and made to be who he is today. They betrayed Weah, a very disgraceful, very ungrateful. So the member of Unity Party have to be very careful with him. Then the second thing had to do with the role leading from campaign to ban. As we always call upon the government. Mr. Government, Mr. President, you told all that when you come to leadership, every role will be accessible to citizens. But the citizens from District 3, 4, and 7, they are not having roles to lead from campaign to ban. So we are calling upon you, Mr. President, see reasons, and we're approaching reasons, the role leading from campaign to ban to be accessible to the citizen. This is what we voted you in.
Thank you.
So we don't have access to roles for capital ban. We are called upon you to do such. Thank you.
Thank you for your input tonight. This person, hello.
Good evening, Damon.
This is Nelson. Good evening. Let's hear you.
Nelson, how are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Let's hear you.
Okay, for the problem, I'm Fanny Gray. I'm from District 11.
What's in your
member
mind,
of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau.
Let's hear you.
My brothers, our people, they don't get anything to say in this country. They should remain silent. Because for God in heaven's sake, you are a civil rights movement or how you call yourself. Look, everyone in this country, we understand the God somehow feeling for people or the God that support us or the God who they love or to support. But for God in heaven's sake, the Unity Party as a political party into Mama Liberia, they are not there when it comes to political issue in this country or when it comes to the political landscape of our nation. So our brothers who down for honor the two-bedroom apartment, they don't have anything to say. President Joseph Nima Porka, he is performing his duty. He is doing what he can do for this country. So then our people give the president chance to do the work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your input tonight. Keep your calls coming to 055510. Oh no, that number has some issues. We're still trying to make the adjustments technically. But 0776 101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the show tonight. So you keep your calls coming through, and you'll be live. 0776 101075. That's the number to call, and you'll be live. So keep your calls coming tonight as we have the first segment of the program here for you, our viewers, our listeners. You can call in and share your thoughts What is that issue on your mind? What is that issue that's of concern to you? What is it you want to talk about tonight? Is it about health, education? Is it about politics? Is it about the environment? Just anything that's of concern to you, you're going to have the opportunity to speak out on those issues on this very first segment of the program. And that's exactly what we have going on now. So just keep your calls coming to the number. I'm still trying to see if we can have this. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, so it seems we lost that person. Okay, so we will have to do it this way. Let me see if we get it done this way. Let me make some adjustments here. Okay, let me make some adjustments here and see if we get this person coming. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm calling for APRC.
Okay.
Yeah. My concern, I'm breaking my brother. I really want to talk with the CEO, please. Okay, issue on ground. I really accept me. I want to talk with him.
Okay, the CEO will soon be coming on the show. So just keep following the show, okay?
Yeah, but I want to talk with him. Can you please give me
No, I can't do that here now. Or maybe you can call this number after the show. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll listen.
Okay. Hello.
Blessed evening, my brother.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Give God the glory. This is Brother G. Lahasin where they calling from Pinji EB Toboro.
What's on your mind, sir?
What on my mind has to do with our Ambassador Kwake. You know, my brother, there's a common saying in Liberia, you have the shoe, you know how the shoe can burn. I see people trying to criticize the Honorable for the apology that he rendered. You know, you can see, common hello is a greeting word, but the way in which you express the hello, it can be insulting. Now, this man is an ambassador of the country. You think he was the right man to go out there to say such a thing? People do not know. The man realized a mistake. Not that what he said it might be wrong or true, but the position he was in, the position that he sat in as an ambassador. I mean, Madam Chelsea, I can remember some time back when he used to be talking, and when my alien appointed him and asked him, "Is that okay? Why you not talking?" I said, "My man, I was also, I didn't know what is that. Now I don't have to talk in the public. I can easily talk to the people inside. So if anything wrong you see within there, you have access to the president, access to other government official. Why can't you talk with them directly or raise your issue? To go out there in the public, in the international." So I think those who are saying that he's a coward want to compare him with former representative Koluba. I don't think that being fair to the man. The man being fair, the man know he had done wrong, he apologized. That was a gentle thing. So congratulations to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your input. This person, hello. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Are you here?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, you're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello? Yeah.
No, you have to listen to the radio. Or when you call, when your call is still going through, you listen to the radio. When the call has been answered, you listen to the phone. That's when we ask you to lower the volume of your radio so you get to listen to the phone. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
You're live. Your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Moses Kekula calling from the Essex.
Moses, what's on your mind?
Yeah, what on my mind have to do with the Ebola issue?
Well, on the Escobar today, I saw about 10 to 11 ambulances to penetrate today taking few. When I got me concerned with the Ebola issue, people were talking about, oh, Ebola, yeah, they were this and that. So, if there anything that the government has for all, you go to tell us. So, my first time to see, one of the administrators to see, I'm going to say in land today. Yeah, if you got me concerned today, so if there anything that the government will go to tell us. Come on, point.
Thank you. Great concern. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Hello,
you're live. Let's hear you.
Okay. I only want one good thing for our president.
Please go ahead, sir. You're live.
Okay, fine. I pray God for Jesus that blessing to make sure they carry out all this necessary development on the line of road from here to the various countries. Then things will be okay for him. That's the best thing he can do for the public. Because Jesus network blessing, just for short, is the right candidate for the job. And he's doing all kinds of things for him to be successful. Then he carry out the development for all the countries so that when the coming election, he will to conquer every one of them. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your input. We appreciate you. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the show tonight. This is Spoon Talk. The segment right now is the What's on Your Mind segment, where we get to open the lines, afford all of you the opportunity to talk about the different issues that are of concern to you. Just anything you would like to talk about: health, education, politics, sanitation, just anything that is of concern to you. You get to have the opportunity to do just that. And again, the number 0555-101075. That's the number to call, and you'll be live on the program. So keep your calls coming as we continue with this segment of the program tonight. Yes. Let's see if we take this person from the orange line. There's a little bit of adjustment we'll have to make from the Lone Star line. It seems not to be going through. Yeah, but you can keep your calls coming from the other line, from that line 2 here. Let me try this one to see if it's gonna work. Hello. Okay. Again, we're not hearing this person. So call on the 0776-101075, 776-101075, and you'll be live on the show as we continue taking your calls tonight on this edition of Spoon Talk. 0555-101075 is the number to call tonight. So I'm going to make a WhatsApp available as well. Let me see if I can activate the WhatsApp here. Let me see if I get to activate the WhatsApp number. All of you can call through. All right, so we will keep trying to make the adjustment here as we try to prepare another line that you can use to make your contribution tonight. All right, so thanks to all of you joining us tonight on this edition of Spoon Talk, the What's on Your Mind segment of the program. I want to appreciate you tonight for joining us. So call us on 077. That's 0777-771075. 0777-771075 is the number to call tonight. 0777-771075. Again, 077771075 is the number to call. We go to the phone line, talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Mr. Kule.
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I really appreciate this government for seeing how best to improve the health sector of this country. One of the callers who just left the land, he did mention about 10 ambulances around the SD Kuba Road or Junction there. I don't think those ambulances are here purposely for Ebola.
What do you think? What do you think?
Those ambulances were in route to the southeast. It was donated by World Health Organization to Ministry of Health.
All right, thank you.
So
Thank you.
So I just want to.
So that's your own, yeah, that's your own take and an unofficial information as well. Thanks a lot, and I think that's something that probably the Ministry of Health will have to speak on. I see the CEO has joined us. CEO, welcome to the show. It's good.
Oh man, I came a little
late. No, you came.
Am I early?
Not too early.
Yeah.
Not too early.
What's going on, Nelson? Incoming. What's going on?
Well, LIB is here. Different things happening every day.
We went to the Senate. The people them talking about $4.2 million. They get to test people for Ebola. Well, I mean, what is $4.2 million for? I mean, man.
So
everybody going to use this Ebola thing to eat, though. Yeah, that's it. Incoming. Everybody going to use the Ebola thing to eat. But my next question to you, right? What's going on with Josiah Joker Well? That one of the person that thought that the person is suspended, then Josiah Joker Well, they ain't going to suspend her too.
But she also pulled up a statement to say that she not say it.
She not say what?
She didn't talk about Ebola being in the country.
The in-service is recorded. She said people in the country, and it was confirmed today again. It was confirmed by the Enfield director, Dr. Kamado. It was confirmed. So who telling the truth? So the people are trying to hide the whole thing, whether they got people from Uganda, from East Africa. They were trying. I mean, if you look at the whole thing, to me, and we'll discuss it tonight. To me, that's it. The government are trying to hide it. Tell me what the woman busted the secret. The woman busted the secret. You cannot have this thing and say that's secret. There's no secret in the one. The people got to be informed. The people have to be informed. And you know, yeah, I call it Nelson incoming. The man running for that seat. They say, what are you calling Nelson incoming for? Nelson not incoming. But again, to tell you the truth, though, the best thing we can do here is to have this conversation tonight. Now that Siakamano saying they get like 16 people, they breaking it. You saw that, right? Yeah. You saw it, right? They got 16 people, they breaking everything down. And I mean, they were taught true. Or maybe the two will be like the Ebola issue again. Nobody might talk so, but Masa Manato. You remember? Councilor Pierre Brambou. She said, maybe, yeah, maybe they say Masa Manato. But so where are they quarantining these people? We got more question though. We're gonna ask Dr. Poto. Well, I think Poto, right? Kuruma marry somebody from Lofa, they call her Poto. Dr. Poto, yeah, that's my cousin. We're gonna ask her. We're gonna ask Dr. Siakamano. I know what I'm gonna ask Emmanuel Tamba, Louis Tamba on the husband, But we gotta ask them. We have to ask them. There's somebody tell. But now they ran to the lawmakers and say, you give us some money. So it's about chopping now. It's about pure chopping. But the truth have to be told. I think what the lady did, the Liberian people will appreciate her for that. You walking with people there in the country. Everybody just come in the country free from the Ebola place. Hey, Ellen, happy belated birthday. I asked Emmanuel, your boyfriend, to give me your number. I say your boyfriend, I don't say your loved one. Nelson, let me be very clear. I say her boyfriend, Nelson, right? Because that her boyfriend, right? She got girlfriend, right? Nelson?
You clarify.
Yeah, let me clarify. But wait, that's Ellen Emmanuel George. That's Emmanuel George on Spunto. That his girlfriend. And how people can say that your girlfriend, boyfriend. Well, is that the other way you want me to say it? Sam's yoga. How you doing, Sammy? But Galaman, Kalaman, what's up? Long time. But is that the way you want me to say it though? Nelson.
Your friend. Your friend.
Is the friend a man or woman?
Yeah, it's just a friend.
The friend a boy or gay?
Whether boy, gay, man, woman, your friend, your very good friend, maybe you want to
if you get anything to hide it. That Ellen L. Johnson boyfriend be Dr. Emmanuel George. I just said boyfriend. I say love one.
But see, you in our Liberian context, once you say boyfriend, people will start looking at it.
Let me clarify. That her boy, so the woman get female friend. You said our girlfriends, right? So why can't we say why are we limiting ourselves to how we say this thing, Nelson? Except you get different intention. That her boyfriend, right?
Mm-hmm. You might be putting her in trouble where she'll have to hold some kind of press conference to clarify.
Give me a picture. Let she clarify. We need clarity. Because they man taking picture together, then you say clarify. Vera, how you want me to say the thing? That her boyfriend and her girlfriend. Oh, they say I'm gonna say bestie. Robert here said I'm gonna say bestie. I know I'm a bestie though. Emmanuel Toledo say, how you want me to say this thing now? Ellen L. Johnson. Her friend, which is a boy, he's Dr. Emmanuel George, right? Can you give me a picture? That her boyfriend. But okay, I want somebody. Let somebody help me, man. I beg you. Let somebody help me. I don't listen. I will say this thing like I see it. To tell you the truth, y'all can say differently in your business. Let's just be real. And people know me to be sincere. So if you want to say different thing, it's up to you. I mean, but everybody will agree that her boyfriend. I'm trying to figure out in my head. Can you help me? Am I wrong, Nelson?
See, you may not be wrong, but the way you said it, it will leave a lot of people in that position where they will start finding some kind of answer. And when people cannot find a definite answer for something, they will start to speculate. Boyfriend, yeah, in our Liberian setting,
So how you want me to say?
Her very good friend.
So the friend are boy or the friend are gay. Yo, answer Sissy Paul. Sissy, I hear that your husband or your ex or your brother husband. Let me put him on Sissy small. I heard that they put playing to remove Richard Kuhn again. They say, but it's incompetent. Yeah, that's what they say. Richard Kuhn cannot. How can you have a speaker that get so many trouble behind him? Unity Party say they will die with him. You know how they say we die with you. They put say it will be the taking team, but Toma Fala want to remove the man because Toma Fala is very clear that working alone with Richard Kuhn is an embarrassment to Unity Party. And I think I will agree with Thomas Fala. We got a lot to discuss today. I like what Delon said. Delon said something today which is very important, and you got to listen to Delon question it, right? He was very to the point asking Dr. Commando questions. He went directly, and that's when you were there, but you refused to cut it. It's something about you, Nelson. You always refuse to cut those videos. I don't know why. I really think it seriously. I don't know. I don't know. You can be bluffing or you on some kind of tabata. I mean, it is concerning, Nelson. That you are incoming. You are professional, man. You're gonna be a lawmaker. Oh, the Ellen picture there. The man put Ellen. So this is Ellen L. Johnson. Happy belated birthday to you, my sister. This is from your boyfriend, Dr. Emmanuel George. I asked for a picture. Emmanuel refused to send me the woman picture. Emmanuel a bad guy. I asked Emmanuel, I said, Emmanuel, I beg you, send a woman picture, let's pull it up. The man said no. And, but happy belated birthday. We're going to say to Ellen, a very constant follower of Spoon, The woman know how to contribute, by the way. The woman work for hard-earned money and contribute to Spoon. And, you know, she always likes to do a private. I love when somebody do private contribution, Nelson. It can be heavy. Yeah, she and my sister, Bobby, Zena White. Those are the two. And, you know, the other girl, the CDC woman, what's her name? Ellen. You always see her name, man. Helena Flomo, I think her name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she saw me in Trenton. She was yelling my name. I just drove her. I didn't even talk to her because she usually don't contribute. Yeah, I didn't talk to her. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. She saw me. She said, "See you." I said, "Leave me alone." I ain't even talking. She said, "I mean, Ellen." I said, "I know that you. Leave me alone. I'm talking to you." But you know, we got our quiet supporter. Yeah, Ellen. Happy birthday to you, man. I look around for your number. You gave your number only to Dr. Emmanuel George, your boyfriend. And you know, yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. You took picture with Dr. Emmanuel George. You stay our good friend, though. We love having you on Spoon Talk all the time. Happy belated birthday to you. Yeah, we were born the same month. Huh?
I say I know Dr. George will clarify.
But let Dr. George clarify that. Remember, go clarify to the web. I care about clarification. What it would do for me? I may have to go to the web and clarify. I'm trying to find the video that he sent me when he met Ellen Johnson. I'm trying to find that picture. I think I got it somewhere. He texted it to me. Yeah, but we'll find it. We'll find it. Happy belated birthday to you, my Ellen. Again, we move. Here you go. Go against me, oh. Go against me. There's it. I got it.
Oh, the video.
Huh?
The video.
No. I'm not allowed to show the video. The video is too much. So I won't do that too. Yeah. The video when they were dancing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's too much again. It's too much. I won't do that. I will just show a picture. You know.
Wow.
I'm teaching Bible study today, so I will keep it holy. Holy.
But you please watch out.
Almighty.
Anytime there can be a change of mind. Anytime there could be a change of mind, that video could still come up. So
no, I'm not playing that video though. No, that's my sister. I can't play that video. But they were dancing, that dance I've never seen before in my life. And imagine if I tell you that I didn't see that dance in my life, you should believe it. That dance was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she said no video. No, yeah. Johnny said no video.
I should have said no video. She tell me I'll put it up though.
She challenging you. She said you get video.
She tell me I'll put it up. Tell her, man. Tell her she shouldn't do that. If I can't be eating okra sauce. I mean Zigo. She tell me I'll put it up. Seriously. I give her one last one and she will take it back. Take it back, Ellie. I get a video when y'all were dancing. Please. Let me go find a video for it. Let me go find a video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spoon Talk. We got a lot. Is Ebola in Liberia? That's the question people are asking. We got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna discuss all this issue, but I just have my different feeling about this Ebola thing. But then the lawmaker they're asking for, can you imagine? They are asking for $4.2 million. Yeah, chopping out open though. But before I do that, I really want to show this Ellen picture of the video because she said there's no video, right? Is that what she said?
I was telling you, you want to show the video.
No, but she challenging me. You know, I don't let people to challenge me, Nelson. Is that what she said, though? Do you want me to show it, Nelson?
No comment.
No, if you say yeah, I'll show it. I mean, if you want me to show it, I'll show it. You know, I'm just saying to you, Billy D. They call him man Billy D. The man is here, my people. Whenever I see the guy, I'll be so jealous. Yesterday I was doing the thing he was off, but let's tell you a little sneak peek out here. Whenever I see him, I gotta play it. Wherever I see him, I gotta play it. It's like an intro to bring the man on and put it in Zigo. I used to be. Hey, God, Billy D. You the man, my man. But I want to say to all of you, welcome to Spoon Talk. We will be having a wonderful program today. It's good to have you, my people. It's good to have you. Share the show. We got a lot. And listen, I'm getting to like the position. They don't take some time, though. But not the $1 remittance. No, I don't like that one. No. I like that thing. You know, that other one part, no, that thing, I think that Calabu. You know, that Yahoo thing. I like that one. Yeah, but the one I did on the question he asked today, the NFIL director, it was pointed, you know, and I love it. And I think that we should talk about it. They should answer those questions. As we welcome the representative Yeke Yakwa Koruba from somewhere in West Africa, I believe. He has returned to Ghana or somewhere around there. He will let us know. We welcome Honorable Yeke Koruba to the show. And we're going to talk about the interaction between Musa Belete and Mo Ali today. We're going to talk about Dr. Commando, what she said. She said there's no Ebola in Liberia. But again, they got 16 individuals that, you know, that they testing, the quarantine them. We want to know where the quarantine them. We want to know the test result, how long the quarantine them for. You gotta ask this question, right? Because it's not like some kind of game. It's not like it was some kind of secret thing. But we're going to discuss this. And another thing I told Bawuko, I said, man, they will fire your client, the woman at the jail. Be there. Yeah. They suspended the woman. I was very clear. I said they were going to fire that woman, and they suspended the woman, you know, and they did. They suspended the woman. So we got a lot to discuss today, and I want to say to all of you, man, just let us have this conversation. Nelson, I hope you get the phone line ready. Whenever we're trying to do this thing, then you go to see the phone line working. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You're trying to sabotage.
One of our lines is working. One of them, we having some technical adjustment.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you come early, you set all that thing up. We don't like excuses as an incoming, man. You set it up, you get going. Now when you come, then you say, listen, I'm reconsidering not to support you in the bid for Yeke seat. I'm serious. Yeah. But if I support you, Nelson ain't going anywhere. You can get your support set, but if I support you, ain't going anywhere. What about Kalano? Kalano say he want to run for the seat. I said, Kalano, your one of your 4 women that representative. Then you won't be represented too. Eh?
Don't talk to the incoming of that. Take it back. Don't talk to the incoming of that. Take it back.
Kalano know that you represented material. You joking, right? The Unity Party is all Kalano money. Kalano Vele, you want to go pay back. That's why you say you won't be ready. They pay all of my money. They spend time in the man hotel. They stay there for hours. Richard Kun owe the man almost 100 and something thousand. They refuse to pay the man. The man is mad. Kalano Hotel is going down by way. His gas station. They say, my man, all the things. Who is uncle?
His uncle Joseph Waka will pay. He jealous. Steve Zago. Oh, the uncle.
No, I think Steve Zago begging for a job. I think I'm kind of disappointed in Steve Zago. Give me Steve Zago picture. So no, Benedict, I'm in a different mood today, right? Give me Steve Zago picture. I think Steve Zago still believe the people at Lofa will vote for him. And I'm not from Lofa. But from a distance, I can say Steve Zago wasting his time. I don't believe that Joseph Boaga will give Steve Zago a job. Because that seat against Councilor Jala, that seat that will be vacant. That's Samuka seat. Samuka will beat Jala. Samuka will. I don't know about you, but Samuka will. I know that. So I think Steve Zago working for Sam Simon, right? And that's the guy name, the CDC guy that sold Freedom FM to Fonati Kofa. That he needs Sam Simon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's Sam Simon. That the man name. Yeah, but you're scared of talk. You don't come and sponsor there. Yeah. The man, a radio Sam Simon. He saw a radio station to Fonati Kofa. I think he sold it for $150,000 or $100,000. It was right. The man get money. But when not that scary thing, you're gonna say you're scared of Sam Simon.
Well, I want you to get property for. I want to call collateral.
Exactly.
Radio station.
I don't even know who he is.
Property in BGM.
Can you give me Sam Simon picture? The man is a former deputy NSA director. Sam Simon, right? Right, He's former deputy NSA director. No, I'm not complaining, Yeke. Nelson, I'm not complaining. Sam Simon get one of the biggest offices in Liberia. He's doing his little cyber thing and security thing. I respect him, right? and our friend and brother, the former Senator Steve Zago, is now working for Sam Sion. Benedict.
You sure about that?
I'm sure. The man working for Sam Sion. I'm sure. But give me Steve Zago picture.
You know, Stanton information is always credible, yeah, Ken. I mean, so whenever.
Yeah, you put a map in, yeah.
Steve Zago served as commissioner for 2 weeks. How you go work on a Sam Sion?
But they fired the man. No, they suspended the man. They didn't fire him. They suspended him. They suspended him. They suspended the man. But my thing is that Steve Zago is working for Sam Sion. The man got to survive. The man got to live. But what do you mean that's not true? I'm telling you, the man is fully employed. Give me Sam Sion video. I mean picture. He is fully employed. They are paying him
for senator, from senator to commissioner, from commissioner to cabo.
The man, Sam Sion is, and the man is not even on salary. This is Sam Sion. If anybody knows Sam Sion, I'm trying to get his number. He sold his radio station, Freedom FM, to Fanatic Kofa. Work as deputy director for NSA. And you know Sam Sion? I'm trying to figure out who know him. Can you guys let me know? He got one of the big security business in Liberia. So he hired. My disappointment is that, and let me say this thing today, because the team been hurting me too long. And you're right, Yake. Really. My greatest concern here, Benedict. He hired Steve Zago, right? He hired Steve Zago, but he paid him by commission. No, Samson about the man hired Steve Zago. Nelson, put a picture of them together, please. Join the two pictures together. I beg you, and Nelson. Because
I don't want to cause a problem.
No, because people got to understand, right? The man hired Steve Zago, but he paid Steve Zago only by commission. So it ran on Steve Zago. Steve Zago believed that President Boaga will rehire him.
Wow.
So whenever you talk to Steve Zago, he say the country people say I'm not talk. But I get number 3. He said the traditional people say I'm not talk. When are you talking to Steve Zago? I said, are you going back? Will you run again? Will you run against Jala? The message the traditional people say you might not talk. But if you run it in Lofa for the senatorial seat, you must have money. And yet you know that. But Steve Zago is broke. Steve Zago, you got no money. How can you run against? No. Listen to me. How will Steve Zago run against Samuka? The government giving Samuka $51 million for yellow machine. Who will run against Samuka?
To empower him to be able to run. You know what Joseph
they can run against the man. The man get $51 million budget. Who will run against the man? When the man never had it, he brought the devil also in Lofa. Now the man get choppy. He get office. He got to deal with different people on yellow machine. Then you will go beat him. I beg you, man. Man, let's do our show, man. Let's do our show.
Yellow machine, are they in the country?
No, I think the yellow machine account. It came on a slow way. That's it. Can you put a picture of them together? Let's put two of them. He and Steve Zago picture together. They are brothers. Yellow machine came by way of slow way. So in the country, they have some yellow machine.
Who picture your post first?
No, but I want to talk about my friend, right? A distinguished national security guru, Steve Zago. Right?
That's your problem. Steve Zago who you contain.
But the man, but
are you calling me?
David, why they gotta leave office and won't come back? Benedict, you were there.
Because they're chopping there.
The people rejected you. And the Liberian people gotta hear this. You won't come back again to do what? What you didn't do
that you want to come back to do, right?
I can't understand these people.
The city Segu Canada do that making to come back. That's the topic.
My man, but that's what we are saying here, right? You got to understand, Yeke. You got Sano Dazo Johnson. He won't come back. For what? You think and you are performing well. The people will reject you, Benedict. If you are performing, who calling me this, man? Who already calling me like this? Let me take this. Let me take the call. Let me take this call. I'm breaking you up.
All right, guys. Welcome. I'd like to welcome to Conor Gray, to my friend and brother Jacob. Are you there? Are you with us? Oh, I think okay, Nelson. I think Jacob is having some technical problems, right?
Okay, Jacob went backstage. Let me bring him back on.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Jacob. How are you?
Yes. I'm fine. Yeah. I have several gadgets around me, so I was just trying to get rid of those.
You're trying to get the right one, right? Okay, that's good. CEO is back. Conor Gray, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother. But Jacob, your camera looking fuzzy. Is that how it is?
We don't know.
Yeah, that iPhone, the man using iPhone.
What are you talking about?
Get the Samsung.
No, I'm talking to Jacob.
But Conor Gray, though. Conor Gray, I don't know why have you been, man, for real. Seriously, Conor Gray, I didn't get
better now. Is it better now? Is it better?
We don't care if it's better that you're basing about.
So
you enjoy your money. Yeah, we don't care if the man camera is better. The man enjoy. You see the man dancing. Conor Gray, they talk about camera. The man dancing in that club, he having fun. You see that video yet? You see that? You see that thing, man?
I learned that dance from D12.
But on a serious note, right? On a serious note, that's why I'm waiting for you. We'll put a picture in together. You'll then waste our time, my man.
Yeah, can we get into the show and forget about the pictures?
No. We got 2 more minutes. No, 3. We got 3 more minutes. It should start at 9 p.m. We got 3 more minutes, right? So, but Benedict, this is where I'm coming from, right? Conor Gray. Why the guys didn't leave office? The people sending there to represent them. Then they're backing to go back. What they didn't do that they're coming back to do? I mean, can we trust them? Benedict? Yeke? Can we trust them?
The same thing as Segu Canada do that he went back to do. That was Steve. To chop.
And I'm going to name them. I'm going to put all the picture up. Yeah, I'm going to name them. Benedict, what do you think, though?
Benedict. Put them up. I mean, we're here for full transparency.
Yeah, I think if you try, you went there, the people try you, and you mess up, you eat money, you steal, you lie, and the people kick you out, don't come back. Conor Gray, what do you think? These guys saying that they're recycling lawmakers. What do you think about that? They want to come back again. Conor Gray.
Well, I mean, who is not coming back?
My man said lawmakers. Just generally, the lawmakers.
What about the presidency? People fight to come back.
Man, you want to answer my question? Let me move on. I get the president first. I said lawmakers.
The government job, some people think government job only good for certain people, but not others. They'll jump down your throat. They say, "Oh, you're looking for a job," but who not looking for a job, Joey?
I call Joey name, my man. Joey play you go ahead. We talking about Steve Zago. We are talking about Steve Zago here and Daniel Sano there, but you're going to Joey. I get a Joey here, my man.
My brother, I think Steve-O has some skills that he could have leveraged as in private life. I wouldn't be going back and forth with elections. If I went there the first time and then I performed, went there second term and that's it. Sometimes public life you have to call it off and go to private endeavors. Then that's where you leverage and make some money for your generation to come. But you can't be in that government position and thinking that you grow wealth from there. But maybe nothing there to do for Steve. But I would doubt it. You got some skills. Probably is not using it.
And I want to say this, you know what? That's why I do appreciate you. You're quite correct. But why must they come back? The question to the Liberian people, Jacob, the people try you first. They gave you the whole county. They gave you the whole district. You felt that you were untouchable, right? You do rock for the people. You build your properties. You get mansions, right? You travel. You enjoy yourself. You have fame for 6 years or 9 years. The people are still suffering. School in the district bad. No hospitals. No fitting roads. And when they ask you say, I'm not work to do it. But then why they send you there for? What they send you there for? They won't tell us that they're coming by 2029. Jacob, what say you?
I know that kind of thing. Really, actually speaking, I don't buy that. I mean, you go to the legislature, you have your turn, and you did what you could do, and many people consider what you did as not good enough. So you're coming back to the legislature for what again? Like I don't see the value of coming there. I would think that, like Conor Gray said, I would think that people who serve these high positions in the country, legislators, after service, you lose the election, you expand, you go global, you go regional, you create another kind of activity, another kind of project, whether education, whether business, you do something else, not to just be, on government job. And government job, I think it's so tiring, but I don't know, people don't get exhausted by it. And maybe go into other creative endeavor, and then you want to come back to do what now? Because there will be nothing special, nothing different. It's still going to be the same old. So I don't see the value in people coming back, and I don't think Liberian people should be voting for most people who are coming back. I think people should move. Constituencies should move on with other citizens to make hopefully they can do better. But I don't think people should waste their time.
I want to say, Jacob, I agree with you. We want to ask the Liberian people, please, those of you guys are following us by way of Facebook, YouTube, the radio station, will give you a chance to answer this question. Must those, elected government official, former, those people that served before, do you think they should come back? You rejected them from the district. You rejected them from the county. They feel that's why you voted against them. That's Emmanuel George. And do you think there's room for them to come back? Can we stop this? And can we just be sincere with ourselves and say these guys are failures? What's your take, Dr. George?
Well, it depends. For me, those who lost their elections with slim margin can be placed in a the era of error, could seek re-elections. Those who lost their elections with a very high margin should not seek re-elections. They should be doing something else. There are too many politicians who are coming back who have been in politics, especially those who've been in politics for a very, very long time. They have been in politics almost their entire life. And you cannot point to something that they have done in a political career. I think the people in those districts should not re-elect those people who have been in politics for so long, who have been given the opportunity over and over, and they have not been able to change anything in the district. But I definitely believe that those who lost by slim margin could be given an opportunity because the margin of error is not as high as others. There are some who, and I think the voters should also listen to what they are preaching. There's one person who seems to be pitching that his county is not represented in the government, but he was there for 9 years. So if he was there for 9 years and the county was not represented, who told you the county will be represented when he comes back for another 9 years as a senator? Those kind of ethnicity conversations should be kicked out of our politics, and the people in those counties should kick those kind of politicians away. Then after they left politics, can we look at what they are doing. Are they investing in Liberia and the future of Liberia? Are they ingrained in the communities that they found themselves in, or did they pack the bags, move to Monrovia to seek a government position, government appointment, and did not stay with the people during that time? I think those kind of politicians should not be re-elected. There are some of them too who pack their bags and come back to the US or Europe or whatsoever diaspora country they live in before. I don't think those kind of politicians should be re-elected.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused, right? And that's why whenever you answer like this, I get even more confused. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah. Conor Gray, Billy D. You don't want them, you don't want them. If you are performing well, you will not lose by narrow margin. If you are doing for the people in the community, you will not say, oh, the people only beat me by 18 votes or by 20 votes. You will say, I won this thing like Yeke did. Like Yeke did, by over 10,000 votes in just one district. You cannot tell us that you are doing well, but it still be you. Yeah, Conor Gray, by 50 votes. You wasn't doing well. I'm concerned for my brother, Dr. Emmanuel George. I am. Well, what kind of politician is this? Jacob, what kind of politician is this? You say you didn't win because that only 18 people voted against you. It's like Unity Party. I mean, CDC telling us, but that only 17,000. CDC, even that only 10,000 they beat you.
If you take
the argument?
No, if you take the dynamics of our politics and the way people vote in district elections, you take into consideration that some people truck, reducing your margin. You take into consideration that some people may be their frustration may be that they expect something of you. But within that time, some of those people realize that they made a mistake. So that's why we have margin of error in any statistic or setting. So I believe, and again, I believe those who lost within a margin of error can be considered for re-elections.
Is that something you agree with, Billy D? I mean, we got to start the show, but whenever we come and talk dating here, the brother can take us so different way. Is that something you will accept, Billy D, if you're performing for the people of District 12? Helping, getting involved, engaging the government, cutting down your salary. When they gave you that car money as a representative, 2 years, 6 years, you get 2 brand new cars. Take the old car and give it to the community. Who doing it? The minute get car, the car just 3 years old. They will keep that car and collect another car. I'm kind of, how the people will not vote against you, Billy D? They get community development fund, $100,000. Only you alone know how you're spending that money. You eating it every year, apart from your salary. Conor Gray, why are we hearing from Emmanuel George? Go ahead, Billy D, talk to me. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's a little different, right? And I just noticed someone, commenting in the group chat. So if you were there and then got and got kicked out, and got voted out of office, and you were trying to come back, that's a whole different thing. So you had an opportunity, you obviously didn't perform, up to snuff, and so people kicked you out. Go and do something else, find something else to do, right? But if you ran for a particular seat and you fell short, it doesn't matter what the margin was. Kind of like Trump, right? Trump ran, he fell short, he ran again, right? So I mean, there are a lot of folks too who were saying that Trump should not have been in the position.
Let me ask you a question. Leave the Trump story here, right? Let me see if I understand you. If you ran your first time and you didn't win, you are saying that you should run again, correct?
Yeah, you still run again.
I accept it. I agree.
Yeah. So like, okay, I'll use myself.
No. Take yourself for that. No. Take yourself. It's simple. We agree with you now. Okay. But if you serve and you are rejected, I don't think you should come back. Are we saying the same thing here?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. We're on the same page. Now, if you ran, say if you were in the House of Rep, you ran for a seat in the House of Rep, you were kicked out of the House of Rep, and you decided to go and run for a commissioner position or the senator position. That's I guess that's understandable. But at least here, if you were in the House and you were kicked out, you'd be hard pressed to see that person go into to run for a position in the Senate, for example. They may run for another position, but a completely different position than the position they were kicked out of. Like,
but how about the dynamics of campaigning? How about the dynamics of voting? You won't take into you believe that someone who lost the election by 0.5 percentage point, for example, or 0.2 percentage point, that person should totally refuse to go back into politics and run the next election. You 100%.
No, I
keep that person.
Yeah,
out.
I mean, you have to take it on a case by case basis. I mean, there's no question about it. Yeah. It is a motivating factor. If you were in a particular position, you were in a seat, and you were kicked out by a very narrow margin, and oftentimes people will they will go back again. But if you are soundly rejected by the voters, I mean, oftentimes you don't see folks coming back to run for that particular seat.
So I can try to figure out why people can be coming back.
So, Stanton, I think power is just addictive. Us humans, if we're there before, look, once, even folks who have lost election, have never won before, they keep coming back. Somebody say, oh, no, I'm not going back for it. But eventually you sit in the corner. There's that instinct in you that says, I was defeated, but I don't think it was not that the people rejected me per se. So that addiction comes in. It's like, something in you that tells you, I was not rejected totally. But if you were there before and you went for re-election and you were voted out, no matter whether or not you feel that you are being rejected by the people, there is this devil in you that says, I think if I go back, I will win it. But in general, sometimes it's good to have a second alternative in life. Some people got no other alternative but public office. Otherwise, if you were there before and then they voted you out, you went into another position, you got kicked out, hey man, find something else to do. Where I'm at right now, nobody can fire me for my job. I fire people. So that's something I enjoy doing. I go to bed, there's no board of director or CEO on my head. I would say, hey, you don't have a job tomorrow. That's a good feeling to have, unlike, that rejection will face. So that refusal to accept that rejection, most time, that's why I bring people back over and over and over.
So for the great, so let's close up on this. We'll give Jacob time to speak and Bangura. Conor Gray. Yes, my argument. If you ran before and you were blessed to win and you serve and you didn't perform, the people rejected you, don't come back. If you ran and that's your first time running and you didn't make it, you can run again. You can try again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You can try again. But Conor Gray, when you have these guys then, I'm not going to put anybody picture up, that came only for better food, right? People opening doors for them. People closing doors for them. People driving their children to school. Senator 9 years. Every 3 years, you get one brand new car. The other car, then you give it to the community. The district that you're serving, the county that you're serving. You get car, Conor Gray, 3-year-old car. You know how much it will be here in America? The car within 3 years. It's still brand new. They would take and keep that car and save for them. That's the entitlement. They select gave the district, the county, $150,000. They would take it and work along with Liz, the Crocodile G, and they would eat it, Conor Gray. And they're taking gas slip. They make a huge amount of money. Look at the speaker budget. Look at the deputy speaker budget. Then a man will go in the community and say you get 3,000 to market women that go do business. 3,000 Liberty? What kind of business 3,000 Liberty can do? So this is wickedness. When they are rejected, don't bring them back. And that's the campaign. Look today. Look among the lawmakers today. Nothing good is saying. Nothing. No vision. Both of them need to go. From the speaker down, they need to be rejected.
What about the lawmaker that bought a lawnmower for his district?
Yeah. The man buy a lawnmower and carry the riverside and say the people must learn how to cut grass with lawnmower. The old puppy there, they say, what in this? Then they say, we even get gas.
I mean, the guys are shameless.
Right? You can give her that video. The man said, we ain't get gas. You brought lawnmower that will have to put gas in. The other puppy, all the thing drag the puppy. It drag the puppy.
MDR lawmaker.
Then you go get the other lawmaker called
No, it's not MDR lawmaker.
No, you go get the other lawmaker. They call the lawmaker Thomas. I know his name Thomas too. The man go open hand pump. The man say he built hand pump, Conor Gray. Everybody, hey, time to go do the hand pump till they open it. No water can up. Representative Thomas,
they pumping, no water.
No water.
Pumping air.
But these are not the responsibility of lawmakers. It's just that our system.
What is the responsibility of lawmaker now?
Lawmaking, period.
Lawmaking. Let me say this to you, Conor Gray.
Writing law, passing laws.
I like why you say lawmaking. Lawmaking should come with productivity. Yeah. So, for example, you from District 12, you are the lawmaker. Your work is to advocate and tell the executive, in my district, we need healthcare. That lawmaking. In my district, we need better school system. That lawmaking. In my district, like they call water and soil board today, Mo Ali, we need water in my district. That lawmaking. But the guy the only lawmaking they know, they will say, in my house, I need water. Come pump. In my yard, I need car. What kind of, when people say lawmaking, they don't understand.
The road leading to my house and
another thing, during the budget process, most of these lawmakers during the budget process, they don't even take the budget process seriously, and those who take it seriously, they're hiring money on our agencies, government agencies, to go and collect it after. Instead of them advocating for investment in their districts, in the community, they don't do that. Or in the small community room, I mean, you put a small money here on water and sewer. So when the budget pass, in the second allotment, and the managing director collect my money, I go collect it. The other message, when I put my money on and the other agencies, they are so busy hiding, stealing government money under the agencies, rather than making hard argument in the legislature to say,
why do we allow this to happen? Why? I mean, what you're describing, Jacob, I mean, that's just blatant, flagrant corruption. I mean, we talk about this over and over and over again.
And all the ways and means chair in the legislature, both Senate, always say, now how to do it.
So Jacob,
but it's not enough for us to just talk about it and opine, on a regular basis. I mean, we need to be advocating. We need to do something to stop this behavior, to stop this practice, because obviously it is keeping us behind. We are not progressing as a result. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, My beautiful cousin, welcome.
So let bring in Yaka, and we recognize your beautiful cousin-in-law who stay in Florida with her husband. Go ahead, Yaka.
They don't get a problem. The woman stay in Florida with her husband. A problem again. Who you want to
stay with? The problem. That is the way. That is the way. I say in Liberia, CMC Jacob in Liberia, Patrick Kennedy in Liberia, and all of them enjoying themselves. They will not talk. Go ahead, Yaka. Tell your own.
So, Stator, on a serious note, you know, what we don't understand is lawmaker job is not to buy ambulance for the district. If a lawmaker will have to buy ambulance for the district, what WHO and Health Ministry will do? There is money allocated in the budget for local to buy ambulance for the district and for the county. The reason why you see lawmakers buying ambulance for the district is because when we put the money in the budget, we follow Health Ministry and go and take the money or say you have to give him a share. Even the recast budget, I'm trying to do close up on my investigation. There are certain money that were placed in the budget that we are trying to do the investigation on. And there are certain money I'm trying to conclude my investigation on that were given to lawmakers 3 weeks ago. And I'll be challenging someone to deny it. I'm trying to conclude my investigation on it. Our job is to advocate for the people. Lawmaking is advocacy. But instead of us doing our work, we're doing the work of Health Ministry. We're doing the work of public work. Money is being placed in the budget. If money is being placed in the budget for the district, that you can say, yes, the money was placed in the budget for the district. I have to do this with it. Like the 50,000 that were placed in the budget for the 2024-25 budget for each district. That the last boss said I delay in carrying my own project, so they couldn't do my own project. You understand, Stanton? Lawmaking is advocacy. Lawmaking is not for lawmaker to leave the capital city to go to money centers. In Bapolu, Anthony Williams, the representative from Nigeria, and others going to money center to go do inspection that harassment. If lawmaker is doing that, what in Lensema will do?
So, like Benedict said, we should find time and discuss this. And I think the Liberian people, they are listening to us. This is the whole Capitol building, the armed robbery place.
It's necessary, yeah.
They are robbing the Liberian people. Maybe they call Koyete, he apologized. I would never apologize. I work for the government. I will never apologize. You have some few good men. I'm not talking about the women. The female lawmakers, then they are corrupt.
More than corrupt.
The female lawmakers, then they are the more corrupt individuals. I'm going to say it. That generation since they are gender bias, or bias gender, or gender tranquility, whatever she wants to say.
I'm not talking about gender business.
No. They are corrupt. They got no spine. They are mothers that present themselves that they are motherless. And then we get me. I know they will not got me again. When I go like
yeah. Or then when they they'll call you to go to.
Those people are corrupt. You tell Priscilla Kuba to call me. They are corrupt. Can you imagine for them to fight for the children to be in school? They are fighting for the package because their children get food to eat. They are happy when they're walking on the street of Morovia, in the street of Kakatan, in the street of Bapolu. They can get people for that. The Omaguo. Those people gotta go. They get tough. They cannot even stand up for the truth.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? We understand that the men the Western Wasa, the men they are useless over there. They got nothing to do, but they all digging hole, covering hole. All they got it. Tell the guys say we get 25,000 somewhere, Conagray, and we got to pay the 25,000 budget. Oh man, I get 5,000 there. I get give me 500. I will sign it. They are shameless. But I have our show. God will allow, and I will say this, 2029, the beginning of 2029, that election, will be a revival in Liberia for the right direction. I want to say to all of you, God opening the Liberian people's eyes. Because of friendship, people don't want to talk. Because they will lose their job, they're scared. They say the papa say I might apologize, so let me apologize. You know the people working with my man Jay apologize, let lead it take. They take the Liberian government to be a funding government. They take the Liberian government to be a funding government. When people are doing a serious government elsewhere, the people don't think that a funding government. Every day, Gafan bragging about loan. We get IMF loan. Hey, Gafan working. We get World Bank loan. Hey, when will we have Liberia loan? When? When we loan people, we need to give loan people. When? Yeah, when we give loan. This is nonsense. But today, you know, we discussed yesterday. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's get into our program. The whole thing about Ebola. So now, we all know now, people are running symptoms of Ebola in Liberia. People are on the show and say, yeah, I agree. Maybe we went to that level yet to say Ebola in Liberia. Yeah, you have to get real with me. But the relationship, people are running symptoms of Ebola. The director of Enfield, Dr. Siakamano, she confirmed. She said, yeah. She said 16 of them. She said it. So let's see the other people that are saying the woman lied. And they end up suspending the woman. So President Bwaga United Party government don't say the truth. If you say the truth, they will suspend you. If you talk about the Ebola, they will remove you from the House of Representatives. If you talk about the Ebola, they will say that national security. Let everybody keep them up and shut up. And that's what's happening. But I guarantee you, my brother Bangura will sit down on the show and say that gives the people a chance. The authority. You ask him who the authority, you will say that MDR the authority. I don't know why I brought Bangura on the show. I'm really thinking about, you know, listen, I will call Jeremiah and let you take Bangura back. Because he told me that Bangura was coming. I will call him and let you take Bangura back. To tell you the truth. Oh, did I say that? Was that on? I wasn't on, right? No, right? No, you I wasn't on.
No, that's slip of mistake.
Bagura, I didn't know. I thought I wasn't on, Bagura. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
You are not on.
Okay.
You just came on.
Yeah, I just came on. Thank God. Yeah, man. But if I come to defend. What tell Jeremiah to tell the member? And anybody else, Jeremiah was saying, even the CMC party chairman, he will not come. Because I think Jeremiah was saying here again, he will not come. So what tell Jeremiah to tell the member? Yeah, the party chairman coming on school.
We can hear you.
Thank you for not hearing me. The Colgrave, you heard me? No, I didn't say anything about Colgrave, but I get in the show. I want to play this. Let's talk about, let that be straight for a minute. Welcome to the show. To all those of you joining us, we're going to talk about the Ebola, the first topic today. Let's listen to the Enfield director, and then we'll listen to the question they don't ask her because they don't was on point today. And then we'll talk to our Liberian people, where are we with this whole Ebola thing? And just to remind you guys, they suspended the lady that spoke, and we'll be calling Baoko for his reaction. We told him yesterday they will fire this lady. You know, whenever President Bwaga suspends you, you're not coming back, you're fired. So let's listen to Dr. Siakamano.
We have screened and monitoring 16 travelers from the region, the affected region, which included 9 Ugandans, 3 Liberians, 1 from DRC,
what are coming to Canada. Why you get born in Gabon? Why you get born there? Not time for the Kanye. Not time for the why they can't say that now? Yeah, you say right now.
Also present after the bottom celebrate scientific conference. So we have international delegation, but we are in collaboration with the districts, the county health teams, and these foreign nationals are the questions of the temperature are taken, they are checked for signs and symptoms, and they are being monitored.
Then let us pause. Dr. Richie said, now we're on track. Welcome to the program. Dr. Sia Commando, the MFIL director, giving report that yes, we have people from East Africa. Some Liberians are as well. They are quarantined with pleasure and their own interaction. I mean, the concern have taken whole another level yet, Dr. Richardson. Talk to us.
Yeah, I am confused about why the Liberian government is not telling the Liberian people the truth as they know it. It is very heartbreaking to know that this situation is a life and death situation. Even if you were to speak about preventing Ebola, that is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So here it is today. They suspended a female who, didn't do it out of malice. She was speaking. Somebody said in person, she made a declaration. I don't know what is considered a declaration, but writing within your own chat room and talking to your children and your friends about taking preventative measure, that's a good thing. That's not a declaration. She didn't call a press conference. She didn't stand out in the public and make a statement and read a statement. And today we see they suspended her. And somebody said on the show, you can't talk in this government. That's what it boils down to. If you say anything that is in the interest of the Liberian people, because certainly providing healthcare or providing preventative measure like hand washing, do not shake people's hands, do not go into crowds, no hugging, because we know what happened to Liberians when Ebola came in 2013, 2014. In fact, I was in Liberia during that time again, and I know Ebola was there, and it took a while for the Liberian government to recognize that Ebola was there. It took them a while. So this is why people are skeptical. And if you know people are skeptical, you will do preventative measure. This is not about going through the proper channel to speak. This is about life and death. So I'm happy that somebody from MFIL confirmed that we have 16 members in the country who they are monitoring. Now, I have questions about what about the other people that these people came in contact with on the flight? Where are they? Okay. So, I mean, to me, let's see what's going to happen to a suspension. But I hope that, in a regular country, JFK will be sued. The government of Liberia will be sued. If you suspended me from my job, you know you will be sued. You know you will to HR and equal justice systems in other places. So thank you
very much, Dr. Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. I want to bring you in a bit. Let's hear you.
Stanton, this is as straightforward as this can be. There's no reason for the government to have done what it did. Come out proactively and tell the people what the government knows relative to this information. Now, they admitted to the same things that they accused the lady of doing, that she allegedly did, and she was put in custody for a while. They are now admitting to that. So this kind of behavior makes no sense. It will only lead to distrust by the people, and we don't need this. We don't need the unnecessary panic that this kind of behavior is likely to create, right? So there's no reason, but there's no reason about about them doing what they did, Stanton. So there are people who came from East Africa. We do some contact tracing. We put all of the things in place that we need to put in place all of these surveillance measures and all of the different mechanisms set up to contact trace all of these folks and come to the public and be open and transparent about this, Stanton. I mean, I don't understand why this is so difficult to do. I mean, what do you have to hide? I mean, what do you have to hide? I mean, what's the reason? I mean, it's beyond me why they behave the way they did, and now to get the situation we have with this woman involved, she's being victimized and being treated the way she's being treated only because she provided information that they did not want to come out to the public.
Thank you very much, Betty D. Yeke, welcome. Let's hear you, man. A lot is happening now from this Ebola story. Where are you?
So, Stanton, like I said on the show yesterday, Ebola is in Liberia. Nobody should joke with it. Look, this government has just become an embarrassment to themselves. They want to treat the Ebola situation like the Guinea situation. And Stanton, let me say on this public media, they place Guinea Air for them. Our 100% informed today. It's clear, 100%. Liberia can get a land no more. Ebola is in Liberia. Look how they embarrass that woman, Stanton. Look how they embarrass that woman. Why handcuff the woman for something you know that it is true? Who's going to pay for the damage, the trauma that was caused by her? Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it? The police saying they know well, but police may handcuff this or citizen who brought the thing to the public, who made the thing so big. It was the national security that made it so big. They should have handled that in the proper way and keep it under control. But they say we'll make news. They go handcuff the woman, parading the street with somebody murder, somebody wealth, bringing the woman to the lowest state. Who's going to pay for this? Where are the women grouping? Where are they? Because some of them are job seekers running behind government job, so they will speak. Because it's not a name that is supposed to be protected. If that woman had a name that should be protected by the women grouping, you will hear them. But that name is not a name to be protected by the women grouping. Stanton, Ebola is in Liberia. I told the Liberian people yesterday on the show, they shouldn't trust the government. When you believe in the government, you will die before you come to yourself. Because this government is trying to conceal information from the people that should be able to take precaution to protect themselves. You get the situation now? So what did the woman say that was lie? Why she was suspended? Stanton, Mr. Bwaka need to pay for the woman being harassed and being brought to the lowest, the way she was brought to the lowest yesterday, or day before yesterday. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today. Councillor, CMC Jacob Jala, let's hear you, my friend.
I see no reason why Paula Bidel was treated the way she was treated. And again, the JFK administration takes a step further and make another wrong turn by suspending the woman. On what grounds? I mean, everything that we know so far about what actually happened, the woman did nothing wrong. So she communicated internally. She didn't have a press conference. We listened to the lawyer. He explained that, and we followed the case. And then you're taking action to suspend the woman when you had a hearing to the legislature where the Enfield Bowles, the health minister, all admitted the same information the woman put out, or you put out, in fact, but she communicated internally to her colleagues. So what is the problem here now? What do you take such a decision against Paula Bidel? I think that's so wrong. And I'll also make another point to say that we have a big issue here on the continent, Congo, Ebola situation. But I'm surprised because part of the capacity building that should have happened or that may have happened after the lessons from Ebola, COVID-19, should not only be in building capacity in laboratory testing, PPE, equipment, all of that, one important area in pandemic management, whatever it has to do with the quality of communication. So it appears to me that after the show yesterday, when Spoon pushed the argument, pushed the point about full disclosure and trustworthy reporting on the crisis around Ebola coming to the country, now we see today the health authorities coming out to provide more information. Why, if we did not have Spoon and Stanton yesterday and everyone here pressing the point for full disclosure on the circumstances around who came in from the country, especially after Paula talked about it? So we probably would not have had the full detail of the information today. So part of communication has to do with building trust, especially in delicate times like these, when you talk about a situation like Ebola. So the government needs to, if they have lack of capacity in communicating effectively in this crisis, let them seek help and capacity in who are able to beef up their strength in effective communication in this area.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to bring in Emmanuel George, Wilfred Bangura, Conagry, and Asido. Dr. George?
Yes, Stanton. What we witnessed today and yesterday is the continuous playbook of the Unity Party taking a very serious thing on serious. They continuously lie to the Liberian people, from the issue of the border to the issue of the $10 million mansion in 4 years, and now to this issue. What I did not hear from the Director General was when those people came into the country. How long have they been monitored? I did not hear it today. But I'm shaken and I'm shocked. If she was reporting in a House of Representatives setting and our leaders were speaking the words they were uttering, many of them are innocent of what we have gone through in our life because we hold a Liberian passport and we had to travel. Those xenophobic utterances must stop. You don't have money to pay us when we come back to Liberia. Hundreds of your citizens are living in other countries. And you are making no kind of statement when you have nothing in that country. You cannot even employ the people you have there, and you are wondering why people are coming to your country. Let me help you understand this. Go to the UN system and check how many of the workers are from East Africa. If you be working in that country as a lawmaker and you have not been able to actually understand what happened in your country, who runs the United Nations in your country? They are East Africans. But you people sit there, you don't want to learn, you don't want to understand your own country, you're making foolish remarks that what are they doing in your country? They work for the United Nations and international organizations in your country, if you have no idea about that. You all should be ashamed of yourself with those xenophobic utterances, caught on tape and being played all over the world. Do you know what risks you have exposed Liberians to because of those words that you were uttering? You people remove Yeke because he made a remark about the border. But do you know how many of us that travel with Liberian passport, you have put our life at risk because of the words you were uttering that is caught on tape? Thank you, Stanton.
Thank you very much, Dr. George. This is the Ebola conversation topic for today. As we move further, again, we want to say to all of you, do we have Ebola in the country? 60 individuals been quarantined. Do you know what is keeping them? Dr. Richardson asked a good question. Guess what happened? They came in the country. Those people, they travel a long way to come back to Liberia. Are we doing any tracing? A lot of questions that NPhil and the Ministry of Health need to answer, though. And I think we are not there yet. Let me bring in my brother Bangura, and then we'll move around the table. Brother Bangura.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stanton. Hi to my fellow panelists. It's good to be back on the show. I've listened to views coming from members of the opposition community, and it makes me feel that it appears that we should even be more worried where these opposition folks to come to power. Because if this is how you're going to run public administration, it's going to be a total disaster. In public administration, there's what we call hierarchy, chain of command. There's order, there's procedure. You do not just give information when it is not, you do not have clearance to do that. So to even say that the government was wrong in taking certain key steps to avoid confusion and panic in the population by a nurse who was spreading Roman. There's no Ebola in Liberia. There's no Ebola. And do not pray for Ebola to come here. God forbid, it's not going to affect only Unity Party people. It's going to affect every Liberian. Ebola does not know political party. So this is not something to play politics with. Now, in public administration, as I said earlier, there are people who are responsible to disseminate information. When you are not authorized to give information, you do not do it. When you come to power, let everybody just talk anything to see anywhere at any time. See if you will not have chaos and confusion and disaster in the country. This is not how people run government. People run government by procedure. So that's why you have public bureaucracy. There are laid down procedures and professionals in charge to disseminate information. Let me hasten to tell you that before you pronounce epidemic outbreak, there are 5 steps. And people here who are knowledgeable about public health will tell you that. You have, first of all, confirmation of the outbreak. It has to be a product of a laboratory test. It has to come out of the laboratory. It has to be investigated. You don't just make an announcement, as a matter of knee-jerk reaction. Suppose it comes out that the result is negative, that this is not Ebola, this is something else. Mind you, there are other sicknesses that have the same symptoms, such as Ebola and other diseases, have similar symptoms. So you have to systematically investigate before you give information. Number 2, you have to verify your diagnosis. Public health people will tell you that. You have to define your case definitions. You have to implement immediate control measures before you do community engagement. These are procedures that are laid down out there. Unless people want to be propagandistic and anything they hear out there, they just want to put it on the radio so that people can get worried. But the government has got the capacity to contain Ebola. God forbid, if it were to come here. In fact, Ebola unit is not at JFK. So the folks who came, according to the doctor, they are being monitored. And the thing has a period of maturation. It gets mature, I think, after 14 or 15 days or so. So these folks are going to be monitored. And they're going to get how do you call that, specimen from them to test them. And all these surveillance you're talking about are all in place. But before the government comes to the Liberian people to inform them about this situation, all of these processes I'm describing must have been exhausted. So that when they come, they're going to now inform the people about what's obtaining the state. You can just start running with information.
Thank you.
Have not done my information. So I just want to close on this note to say, let us be cautious, let us be calm. The last thing we've heard from the established institutions is that there is no Ebola in the country. I think that is good news, and the surveillance is going on. When that period is over, the information that we're supposed to get will come out. So let's put politics aside and start, and look at the truth of this.
Thank you, Colonel Gray.
Stanton, Mr. Bangura could not have said it any better. The problem is us Liberians, especially those who are political wonkies, we opt for bad news. If it's good news, for some people, this does not make their day when they say Ebola is not in Liberia. Because in their mind, in their missive, all the bad news will sort of create a negative view of this government, and thus making any election against this government much easier. But this is exactly what public administration is. People don't just pick up the microphone. This is not a jungle where anybody can just throw something out there. You stoking a pandemic Why would you just talk loosely, especially when you don't have the data to prove? Because we're in a society where people have been used to just loose talking. This is a serious matter. When you stoke into like a pandemic, you make a lot of things will go wrong with your country, even internationally. People talking about they're being targeted internationally. This is one of those issues. Look, as early as last week, I saw in one of those foreign journals that Ebola is in Liberia. Now, what would make a foreign, partner or foreign neighbor make those kinds of statements? Because they heard it. Whether or not it's true, it's rumor. It's gone. It's gone forever. And the fact about the matter, Liberians, we're not used to chain of command. As Mr. Bangura said, chain of command. Oh man, if it's not your role, it's not your role. Don't speak. And if you get reprimanded for that, hey, that's why you violated the rule for which you exist as a public official. The thing about it, let's inculcate in our own public policy attitude that this is not my cup of tea to speak. Let the boss take the gavel to speak out, and it should be done through channel, not just jump up because you want to spread rumors and falsehood, especially when you don't have the data to prove. Now people make those kind of statement. Where's the data? How was it done? How was the data generated? Where is she coming from? You say she spoke in closed door. But before you do that, make sure you have the data, and the data have been tested, and people can come out and say, indeed, there's Ebola, or 1 or 2 cases of Ebola. But you don't have any of that. You just jump out and say Ebola is in Liberia because people came from other parts of the world. Man, that's illiteracy, Stanton.
Thank you very much. Isaac, let's hear you.
Comments from members of the opposition figures on this show only proves that were they to come to power, we will have a disaster in managing pandemic, says former Deputy Minister Bangura. The former Deputy Minister apparently forgot that the very opposition to today managed COVID-19 that became a global model for pandemic management. Actually, he was in the government, but he forgot. I will not want to go directly to this COVID issue, but let me make my comment directly on our nurses, our health practitioners who are listening. Many of you were in the dark, singing songs. If you harmonize my pay, I will harmonize your food. Of course, your pay was never harmonized. Do you see what you are living through today? I'm talking to nurses, doctors, health practitioners. Do you see what you are living through today? Let me remind you. Today, it is your colleague. You know who it will be tomorrow? It will be you. What the government is telling you is that never tell your colleague anything that you know. The government says, if you were coming to work and you saw a car accident, don't tell your colleague you saw a car accident because you are not authorized to say it. You see what you are living through? You put yourself in this. You put yourself in this. You saw your colleagues on camera with handcuffs in her hands, like a real criminal. Many of you have worked with her for many years. You have known her to be a very hardworking woman. You know what she did? She was only informing you that please be careful. There are people from East Africa in the country. Wear whatever you needed to wear to protect yourself.
and she was suspended. And the suspension letter didn't say, oh, she committed a crime. They said, oh, you sent an audio in a chat room. The government now suspends you for sending message in your chat room. Nurses?
Thank you,
I will hope. I will hope you go to bed under my voice, playing in your ear, that this upon you, seeing your colleague in handcuffs going to jail, was something you brought upon yourself. Please
thank you,
correct
Asa.
that
Let me bring
mistake
Kev,
in 2029. Thank you.
Kev, let's hear you. Thank you, Asa. Kev, let's hear you. We are on the conversation about what Enfield is saying now. They are now disclosing that 16 individuals have been quarantined. Tracing is taking place. I don't know what I heard about tracing, but let's hear you. Listen to the Enfield director, Sir Commando. What say you?
I think, let me say hi to everybody. I think Ebola is a serious issue. It's a serious pandemic. That's something that, killed a lot of people in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and other countries. So for the government to think that when people speak about it, then is something that they will see as people playing politics. Sometimes you wonder what kind of government we get in Liberia, because I think they forget some kind of political amnesia can kick in them, that they forget to know that during the COVID time, they were playing politics. They were going, taking bodies, putting them on the streets, say like the government not doing anything. As Isaac said it right, the 14 military hospital, there was a place, a go-to place that they criticized. They forget. And the former deputy minister Bangura was in the government, and he went against this current government for that, and he spoke against that. But suddenly you talk about tracing, contact tracing. The 16 people, how they came into Liberia? Through air? Who they sat with? Who they ate with? Who they got in contact with? We need to know that. But when you speak on these things, what they say, you're playing politics. And it's a dangerous thing in our country. When Ebola get to Liberia, tells me they will hide it. And Yeke said it yesterday, that they're playing games with it. But today they're coming out, they say, yes, 16. Yesterday, they say it was a lie. Today, they say they speak is something that is true. Now they're asking for 4.2 million. 4.2 million. Because they try to buy sanitizer, they try to do this, do that. So ask me why they arrested that lady for putting something in the chat room that the public should be aware of this pandemic that could hit Liberia. And we pray God no Ebola come to Liberia. And I believe that we don't have Ebola in Liberia right now. And Ebola is not an opposition or imposition thing. It's all Liberian thing. So Ebola come, it will affect every Liberian. So I urge the government not to play politics, because we speak about it and look at us like we're playing politics. We will not be, my last word, we will not be that opposition when it comes to Ebola. Like the opposition when we were in government during the COVID time. We will not do that.
Thank you.
We will not.
Thank you. I will say this, then we'll do another quick round. We got so many things to talk about. I think this thing about Ebola in the country ain't got nothing to do with opposition or imposition. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You're right,
Ebola entered Liberia, and we follow the story. Opposition die, imposition die, no position die. So when people come up and say, well, the opposition only saying this because they won't come back, then the opposition saying, well, you see now Ebola coming, so you'll be removed and will come back. Then it's just madness. It got nothing to do with opposition or imposition or no position. It got everything to do with this government being a responsible government to inform our citizens. But this thing we talk about, well, we sold the waste more, the woman that sold, the nurse that sold, so say, let you waste more because you know the professional will say. I want you to listen to Dr. Siaka Mano when Delon was asking her question. Don't you know they knew that we have people from East Africa in the country since almost 3 weeks ago? Do you know that? It wasn't yesterday. Oh, but the professional knew. They took position to prevent themselves, to keep it on the hush-hush, on the low. Then the smart electric people, right? They go back with a normal business shaking Ebola people here or no Ebola people here. So you don't want us to say that you say that opposition people, that imposition people. Then why are they no position now? That they don't want dying? Hey man, you're facing it, my people. It got nothing to do with your position. It got everything to do with your health. You either die or you live. That's the bottom line. It's nothing to joke about. You cannot sit here and be joking and playing politics and want us to believe that it is only okay when imposition talk. Let me ask my question. When did the government get to know that we have people from East Africa entering the country? They asked the people of imposition now. When did they enter the country? The government owe it to the lab. No, Dr. Siaka Mano owe it. The health minister owe it to the Liberian people to inform us. Oh, the national security thing there again. My people, you're listening. Oh, I want you to be very clear. Do you know that that thing happened almost 3 weeks ago? Send the people enter Liberia. When they started the tracing, Bangura, when they started tracing, we wait for the professional for Enfield to tell us. When the people enter the country, but no, Bangura, I just call your name. I want you to tell me, use my time asking now.
You're a nurse.
I just call your name in the past. If you don't want, you won't cut your name with me, then I won't call your name. But when did the people, yeah, you won't cut your name with me now. Can Enfield tell us when the people enter the country? When they enter Liberia? I mean, this is an embarrassment to this government. If you were hard secret and say that health issue, so the professional must talk. I beg anybody to tell me what I'm making a mistake here. Tell me and I accept you. If you say something, you're wrong. When the people enter the country, when they inform the Liberian people that we have some group from Uganda, they were hiding it or what? So let's go to Dr. Siaka Mano. Then we'll talk about the minister herself, my cousin, Dr. Koto. Maybe one of the women will say, we're not cousin no more. That will only be cousin to her brother, Quinton Donkey. Because if she says, I'm cousin, I'll go to her brother, Senator Quinton Donkey, that well with family will start. The woman asking for $4.2 million. The woman said for them to buy water, 500,000 for water. But listen to the woman. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the mullah. The woman said we got to make our own hand sanitizer. We got to buy soap. That's another $1.2 million. It's all about the money. I mean, chopping and open. The woman talking to you, young people say, just tell her how much you want. We got to go. Tell her. Don't waste our time. But I want you to listen to the long question. I just want to play this and you take a listen and we'll come back on the other side. Let's play the first video.
Madam Head of Ansel, I listened to you, I heard you, but I got some questions. And I will be pointed. So nothing I'll be boring you with my questions. Do we have Ebola in Liberia now? Question.
No, emphatically, no Ebola, no.
What about please?
An emphatic no, there's no Ebola in Liberia. No suspected, no confirmed, no probable case of Ebola in Liberia presently.
Did you hold a press conference today regarding information surrounding Ebola? Question.
A press conference? No.
Did you issue a statement today?
No, we did not.
Where's the news coming from that Ansel spoke today about 16 travelers coming from the east? Question.
So I received a communication dated the 22nd of May, 2026 from the Honorable House of Representatives, the chief clerk, requesting me to present to the plenary and provide comprehensive updates on our preparedness for Ebola. And during that update, I informed the body of the 16 travelers that have been actively monitored that came through the airport, that were attending conferences for Liberians that were returning home, or diplomats that have been currently monitored, and I quoted the different nationalities. So I think, I'm not sure, but I'm.
So you spoke to them?
Yes, at the lower house.
Okay.
That press conference.
The 16 travelers from, some of them from Uganda, according to you, are they all Nigerians?
No.
Or none of them is Nigerian?
There are 3 Liberians, 9 Ugandans, 1 Canadian, 1 from Ethiopia, 1 from Kenya. So.
Well, let's play the first thing and let's just get your view. What did the nurse, what did she say? What actually she said that led to the Unity Party government suspending her? When she came out, Dr. Richardson, she said, well, this is what they were telling us. Let's play it briefly. Then we'll get you guys' view. That's the first clip. The conversation between Delon and Dr. Sakamana. We'll play the other one. Let's then listen to her.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yesterday we had a training and / meeting wherein the nursing directors of GFK, the overall nursing directors, Mrs. Jokal and Lulu came along to talk with all the nursing directors, Mrs. Jokal and Lulu, who is one of the managers at GFK. The both of them came along, they did a training. It was an in-service training. After the training, like they brought some PPEs. Yes. So they were like putting us on the alert that, oh, we need to be very careful whilst we giving care. Yes. Even when we're going into any patient, we should have long sleeves on, and we should make sure if we're not okay with any patient, we should get a PPE on to keep safe. Yes. The reason of this alert is because there's some set of group of people that went to Uganda for a conference, and they have been back in Liberia. And these people passed through the airport, and the airport authority, that was Mrs. Joko was saying it, he said the airport authority didn't notice until they already passed. That's the time they noticed that they came from Uganda. Yeah. He said among these people, about 5 of them were sick and was brought to GFK. They were sick or what?
They were sick and was brought to GFK, and they were showing all the signs and symptoms of Ebola. Their eyes were red, their ears were red.
Who was saying this to you?
Mrs. Joker was saying it to the body, the entire body. Yes, their eyes were red, their ears were red, and all the signs GFK couldn't have.
So Dr. Richardson, though, They knew, if you listen to Dr. Sia, the NFIL director, they knew we had individuals that entered Liberia, 16 or 18 of them, whatever the number is, right? They knew those people were exhibiting signs and symptoms of Ebola. But they refused to inform the Liberian people because Bangura say they are professional, they have to wait on the appropriate time. Dr. Richardson, talk to me.
Yeah, it is clear that there are people who think critically in Liberia, and there are people who just, follow procedures, and they don't even know perhaps what's going on in their ministry. Thousands and dollars can get missing, and they don't know. They will tell us that they don't know. That's what they want us to believe. But this nurse acted critically. She said she had a meeting. She was at a meeting, and it was a training as well, a meeting/training. We don't know if they told them that it was confidential or not. But if I went to a training and I learned certain information, she shared that information with her colleagues, with her family. That's what she said. Okay. She didn't go out and had a press conference, again, I repeat myself, or made a public statement. She shared that information with her colleagues in a chat room. And she repeated, frequently she was asked, she repeated what Mrs. Joka told her, that people came into the Liberian airport and they were missed. Let's get that clear. They were missed. They didn't realize that these people came from Uganda until they show up in JFK. That's actually, something that we need to deal with later. That's something that the people at the airport should be called out on. And so she is speaking in terms of life and death. I would ask the question again. What is so bad about being preventative, about working in a way that will prevent any illness or any death in our country? What is so bad about washing your hands? Isn't that what we should be doing anyways? Washing our hands? Isn't it what we teach our children? What is so bad about telling people not to hug or be in crowded situations? And they never said that to us. You're right, Stanton, when you said there was no public, and Dylan asked the question, when did you alarm the public? How long have these people been in the country? So Liberia, we have to learn to think critically. We shouldn't just learn and follow what the book said or memorize books and think that everything is okay. We just follow procedure. This is what's happening in Germany. People are following procedures while other people are getting killed. And so I asked Liberians to think critically. I asked that the lawyer for Ms. Paula Bedell should also think critically and take this to court. Thank you, Stanton.
Dr. Richardson, thank you. Benedict, let's give you your own 30-second here, though. Now we listen to Dr. Siakamano. We went back and played the nurse's information or recording. It's so complicated, but very simple, Benedict, that I'm not talking about her suspension because I know the government going to get rid of her, right? But the secrecy, at what time do you think the government were preparing themselves to speak on this issue? When? After 3 weeks? The people in the community? People started running? They're acting red? When the government was going to turn on the thing? When?
Well, I guess that's a $64,000 question, Stanton. But the only thing I can say for someone who works in this space, currently work in this space, that the government needs to be forthright with the information like this, adequately inform the public. Maybe the government, is gathering all of the information before it comes out and inform the public. I don't know, but I encourage the government to be a little bit more responsible than this. All of the folks that they have working there at the Ministry of Health and at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center and all of the different health agencies around the country that they do need to do their due diligence and need to do right by the people. There's no reason to cause unnecessary panic. I mean, every country around the world, including us, even in where I work for government public health myself. That we had guardians and stuff that was out at Stanton, informing the public as soon as we got the information, ensure that the information got out there, but not trying to hoard the information to cause unnecessary panic.
And then they go present and said today they have $4.2 million. yeah. So they went for the mark. The 3 weeks, presenting themselves today, they have for money. Dr. Koto. Tax, Emmanuel Tamba, President Bwaga nephew or son, whatever he is to him. This is an embarrassment. 3 weeks they had the story. It was serious government. So I beg you, if you're coming from Uganda or anywhere coming to America, they got one airport that will pass you through. It was on the news, right? Better D. To screen you, they will pass you there, they will check you, they will make sure you're correct. Like, bro, we get only one airport that is operational, one. The people work in 3 weeks. Like, bro, you need to hear this. The people then go to the market, they went to church 3 times, 3 Sundays. They went to Bible study 6 times. They visited the neighbors and all. They went in the community. Well, Enfield, you can talk to me, man. Just stop this bluff. Come on, man. You can talk to us. Let's bring Dr. George. Dr. George, let's hear you.
Yes, Stanton. I don't know public administration 101, but I have an idea about ethics 101, health science 101, education administration 101, health administration 101, and the entire core in all those courses teach you that patient safety and patient care is the #1 priority of the caregiver. So I don't know whether it's in public administration. Perhaps we need to put it there too. When you have a government that have been monitoring cases for 3 weeks and they are willing to inform the public that they are monitoring, there is a problem. So we need to put that in public administration. When you start monitoring, and it happened because during 11 years ago when we had Ebola in Liberia, I was in Liberia. There we have met Moriah for the first time along with Telman Dam, Paul Newman, when we formed a group going around to communities educating people about Ebola. And information was important. And that's what helped our country through that process. What stops the health ministry from putting up the health advisory saying that there are 16 people for Uganda that have been monitored? I don't like to compare Liberia to countries that are more advanced and more serious. But the Hunter virus was far away from this country. And every week on my computer, I receive report every time of update for the state of Pennsylvania. And what we're supposed to do every day. And that we don't have Hunter in our state, but we have some people who are associated with Pennsylvania that were on that ship, the number of people. And that's what you expect of a serious government. And then someone coming to tell about public administration 405, when we should be getting information. The public must be informed of public safety issue. And this is a public safety issue. I wrote in our chat room today that I respect or the director of nursing, Madam Joker, except for what Tama said afterwards that she refuted her statement. I respect her because she did what is proper. She trained her staff. She gave them the training they needed so that they could respond to this disaster. I hope every other nursing institution are training their staff as a director of nursing Joker did. I did it when I was leading an organization. Like when we heard about Ebola, we hire people to come and sanitize our entire buildings almost every week. That's what you expect a good administrator to do.
And I respect Madam Jokea for what she did. But we have to move it forward. This young lady informed the public because those who were responsible to inform the public did not inform us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And guys, Liberians just need to know the difference, the timing as it do. I'm coming to you before I go to my brother Bangura here. It's very important that let's just get into this. Let's stick with this information that's coming up. 3 weeks. In contact tracing, 3 weeks is like 2-3 years. People can die. People the virus can just move. 3 weeks is a long time. I said, though, what kind of madness is this? That people blaming the nurse instead of saying we have blamed Enfield or the minister or the CEO because they were hiding something. Boom! They go out for $4.2 million. That money turn out. But I said, man, come on. I said, talk to me.
Chop you open.
Today we are talking about people returning from East Africa. Today, there's a reason why. Today we know anything around preparedness from the government, including $4.2 million. Today, there's a reason why. The simple reason is that a national patriot, someone who are referred to as hero, brought that to our attention. Let us all imagine if this lady had not informed her colleagues and someone had not brought it up to the public, will anybody here be talking anything about people coming from Uganda? Will you have known? Will anybody here who have had any idea of it? And then I went back a little bit in recent times. When Wilfred Bangura was a deputy minister in the government, the past government now, the first person we had anywhere around this COVID-19 thing was a government official, the former EPA director. As soon as he returned in the country, the government got to know that information was made public. Imagine if this government official is suspected of anything like that. My people, you will not hear it. You know what? The government can lie. The government can lie. Today as we speak, anything the government says cannot pass the ears of the people. The people always have doubt, simply because the government has not been trustworthy. Every time the government comes to make something public, it must have been from somewhere down the line. Now we are talking about 3 weeks. 3
Thank
weeks.
you. And then everybody to know this is overdue, and I think we got to call it as it is before we go to our brother. I mean, the question we have for Sakamano, right? Who told her not to talk? She's saying now we have people from all over, but Madam Enfield director, who in the government telling not to talk? That's a good question. You are our eyes and our ears. You need to inform the public. Why you talk forever not to give us this information? The people went all around. They went to the churches. They went to the where. They went to the school. They went all over. How many people now the people sharing with? My people, you listen to this and you got to listen attentively. And this is my sister. Let's play the next video before we bring in Bangura. Let's listen to what she said to Delon, the other side of this clip.
So some came, we had the Afro side, the GAC conference, and auditors from all over Africa. I think Maritime also had a conference, and currently there's a scientific conference, Africa BioCelebrate Lab, of which we have delegates from Africa CDC. And so some are Ugandan diplomats, some are Ugandan doctors that are working, some are, so there are various categories of people.
So Ebola scare is in the east, correct? From Congo and Uganda. And you have all this information. Why do you keep it from your pocket. Honorable Senator, yes, I was privileged to make an appearance at the Ministry of Information brief last week, where I informed the public of what is transpiring and what measures have been put in place. We have also released several communications about the status of Ebola, and Liberia is responding to 3 outbreaks, and one of them is Lassa fever. Lassa fever.
So you see, you see the problem here. When Daniel Sano then hustle on these people and bring them to their platform and take money from them, nobody hear the people talking. Nobody hear them. Okay, when they hustle on the people and they charge, Daniel Sano a man. I call him man, my friend. I think they call him Jerry P, but I call him name. When they hustle on the people and they take money from them, they almost say she was Mika. Did anybody hear her talking on Mika about Enfield? About people coming from Uganda? Did anybody hear her speaking at Mika? Another useless ministry. The Liberian people will die before people realize that it's time to talk. And they don't ask a unique question. She said, I went Mika. And where else did you go? Then I went back to my house. That's what she told Delon. I went to Mika. Where else did you go? I went back to my house. This is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment, my Liberian people. This is a complete mess. The same thing at the border. They say everybody must keep quiet. Now everybody keep quiet. The Guineans stay there. And they say you talk about it at national security. Keep quiet. What kind of government there that we just close our mouth and tell in the corner? Shh, 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 shh. Fubi here, Ebola people not kind like bro, but don't talk it loud. Fubi will go to that to church. That's a joy you hear. The people not kind of shh, 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 shh. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of society bush will not join that we're not free to talk? Then to close with the video, because we gotta go. My brother Winfred Bangura texted me that you really want to talk. This is the Minister of Health. Listen to the woman, relax. My own cousin, relax. And asking for $4.2 million. Young people were just tired with her story. Young people just tell her how much you want. Listen to it.
So what is the total preparedness money?
So I was just saying, so we have the total is 4.
Young people said, just be honest with us. I want you to pay attention. Young people said, so what the total? You're talking plenty. She said, I will tell you about it again. Young people said, be honest with us. Pay attention. That the money turn now, right? It's all about the moolah now. Pay attention.
So what is the total preparedness money?
So I was just saying, so we have the total is 4.2 million. That's the total preparedness.
All right. The total preparedness for this 4.2 million.
Just for preparedness. That's not a response, but
just for preparedness, though, they're not respond. They're not tracing. Just for preparedness, 4.2 million. Chopping open. But you know how you do it at commerce. Tell us how you will do this one. Go ahead, my brother. You know why you do it at commerce.
Stand up. The thing I like about you is that you're too damn good at this thing. You didn't study journalism. We gotta be careful with you. Stanton will not play the entire tape because we are lazy. We don't do the research. We'll let him set up the plot gradually. By the time he delivers the main plot, then we gotta go back to reframe and change our narratives. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. She informed the public, not in her home, not at her home or at her office. She informed the public at the nation's biggest and premium information dissemination center, Mika Press Briefing. There you have it. You're a bad person.
Are we joking here now? Get on.
So you say did you just say Mika at the nation's biggest premium?
You're bringing joke on the show now. We'll get things to do, yeah?
I tell you you can wait.
Man, don't bring joke, man. Yeah,
wait. Wait,
Jeff,
Jeremiah,
the difference
no,
between
no,
you and
Bangura,
I do not function in chaos.
Bangura, go ahead. Bangura, go ahead.
Chaos. So when you want to be chaotic, I will let you be chaotic. I don't function in
But we
chaos.
got things to do.
But then leave the show.
But let's protect Bangura. Let's protect Bangura. Bangura is protected.
You're not disciplined enough to listen to my opinion.
Bangura, go ahead. You are protected.
You don't have
Bangura.
that. You want this power. You don't have discipline, emotional intelligence. You don't have it, Cap. This is sickening. You don't have it. You can't listen to people. No patience.
When I go and talk about you on a show, they talk about emotional intelligence and then ask confront you. Go ahead.
When you were talking, I listen. It's sad. So Isaac, my dear friend and my brother, we had the privilege to work together in the past administration. You can recall at the very beginning of the administration, everybody was talking. Everybody was talking. I was talking. You were talking. Everybody was talking. There was a presidential directive issued that only people with the authority, fiduciary responsibility to talk should talk. Do you remember that, Isaac?
I remember it did not include informing your friends in chat room. It did include informing your friend in chat room. You and I were in chat room. We talked everything.
Isaac,
when we were talking this in chat room, nobody suspended you or me. Even our employees. No. That's correct. The record. Oh yes. Oh yes. It did not include. It did not include chat room, my brother. Just agree to that. You and I were in chat room. We talked things in chat room. The people that work with us told us things in chat room. No one suspended nobody. This lady is being suspended because of informing her friends. Bangura, thank you for calling me the last time.
Answer, please. Let's give Bangura his time. We got to move on.
There's a discipline that you lack to allow people to speak, even if you disagree with them. It's wrong.
From Kevin again and me again, so everybody like the more.
Because you guys keep hijacking me, but I'm not perturbed by that. And disrupting all you can. But I want to learn on this note that there was a presidential.
Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
There was a directive. We were all just talking. We were all hyper. We all wanted to be heard. That was not the right way. In public bureaucracy, thank God Dr. George did not study it. You studied something else. Due respect. But in public administration, not everybody just talk, Chief. It doesn't work that way. There are people who are supposed to talk. And the right person talked. He talked.
Let me ask you a question, Bangura. We know where you're coming from, right? Let's just reset, Bangura. Do you think it's important for Enfield to inform the nation as to when the people came in the country?
Yes, it's important.
Why couldn't
they did?
Or the director, let me finish my question. Why couldn't the director make rounds on different radio, different network, right? And really inform the nation? Because this is about information. Do you think what they did for the past 3 weeks was sufficient enough?
This is an ongoing process. The press briefing that was held has spoon representative there. All the media institutions were there.
Not all. Not all.
Most of them were there.
Thank you for correcting.
If Spoon reporter did not pay attention to that story, then you have to go back to your
if you are talking about Enfield background, like Honor George, let me rest, I beg you, Chief. Like Honor George Panel, we are COVID, right? And I think you will agree with me. They did exceptionally well.
Absolutely.
COVID started. It was all over in the media from the get-go. Everybody ran with it. They were involved. They were engaged.
Okay.
They start off the announcement that people traveling from Uganda coming into the country, the way in which the Minister of Health and JFK and Enfield handled it. Are you satisfied? Don't you think they should have done more?
Okay, great question. The scenario you are describing, we had an outbreak at hand. There was an outbreak. The way you deal with outbreak, that's not how you deal with surveillance. And you are a nurse. This is your turf. I'm not going to lecture to you about it. But when you're doing surveillance, you don't go all out on all the radio stations informing everybody. It can create confusion. People can get paranoia. People can panic. People can get misinformed. When you confirmed an outbreak, then you systematically engage in a robust engagement, information dissemination, using all the methods, reaching out to every stakeholder, the ordinary people, with all the preventive measures and or the curative measures. But we're not there yet.
According to the MPhil bus, there is no probable cause, there is no confirmed case, and absolutely Liberia is Ebola free. This is not the time for a media buzz. This is not the time. The time you have a buzz is after you should have done all of your background. From the scientific point of view, you don't want to make mistakes. This is life we're talking about here. And this is disease we're talking about here. That's why we put people with expertise and experience into power. You don't just put anybody there. Carpenters do not go to MPhil. No, people who study medicine do that. So when we arrive at the stage,
Bandura, I don't want to interrupt you. The essence, Bandura, of public health is prevention. It's prevention.
Let me come in.
That's the essence.
Hold on 1 minute. We'll bring you in. Hold on 1 minute. We'll bring you in.
Thank you.
So, Dr. George, so when you say the essence of public health, so it means that there should be a media buzz now that 16 travelers came from Uganda.
Yeah, they should have gone the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is no Ebola in the United States of America, but two airports have been designated already. As advanced as this country is, there's no Ebola yet. 2 airports has been designated. No Ebola in this country, as advanced as it is. And we are receiving reports about being aware of Ebola. Plus, if you are a green card holder coming from Uganda, you cannot come into the USA. So there is no Ebola in this country, but prevention has started.
So let me listen, guys. And before we bring in Conor Gray, I want to say thanks, Bandura. We can disagree whenever. It's good for the conversation. But it is concerning that for 3 months, last week she was at MICA. Let me just set this straight, right? Because we found her presentation at MICA. We went back. She was at MICA last week. They put ban for almost 3 that Richard said you're coming after Conor Gray. They put ban for almost 3 weeks. They banned in Liberia. The woman went there to MICA some part of last week. It wasn't enough. I think we need to question Dr. Sia Kamano. Conor Gray, I'm not saying that they are not trying, but the preventive measure, the preparedness, and I think they dropped the ball on this one. I think when we're talking about the Ebola, we know, no, I don't think the people are ready for it. But Conor Gray, just say your own, my friend.
You know, Center, again, we're a rumor-full country. We only listen for rumor. Some of us, we only listen for certain sound bites and then make justification. People came from Uganda, the East, and Ebola emanated from Cameroon, probably proximity to the, and the Congo with proximity to the East. So therefore, anybody coming from that region is presumed, especially if they appear with red eyes and so on. The other lady, the nurse, was narrating hearsay. Nobody was there with her on what was said, but she was telling her colleague or whoever it is in the face of a camera. But when we came to Dr. Commander, she made one good statement, asked by Dylan, is there Ebola in Liberia? Nobody running with that one. They're running with people who came from Uganda. They had red eyes. They appear with symptoms. Therefore, there's Ebola in Liberia. Boo! That's how the rumor country, that's how misinformation, disinformation spread. I remember Dr. Anthony Fauci fell apart with the administration, the power that be. So was Rick Bright, who is a whistleblower in the health industry, is a whistleblower. He was demoted because of disinformation, misinformation, or not managing information that could stoke fear in the general public and derail the economy of the country. That's what we should be looking for. Dr. Commander, whatever she's called, she made it clear. There is no Ebola. No, nobody, that one went through the ear. Because we in our mind, we were justifying that there's Ebola because people came from the East and with red eyes, they were just opposing with symptoms similar to Ebola. Even though the expert said no Ebola is in the country, we're not listening to that. So that's the kind of country we have as in this day and age. Stento. We have to stop that. We have to.
Colonel Gray, I'm sorry that you didn't follow the show yesterday. You didn't follow any of this story. I
follow what she said.
Colonel Gray.
Okay, let somebody else speak.
No, Colonel Gray, no. I'm moderating the show. I will not let someone else to speak. I'm the moderator. I do check and balance here. I do check and balance. That's all right. Colonel Gray, but you're finished now. You're finished. Let me move on. Don't tell me to let someone else to speak. Let me move on. All right. No, I cannot. I'm monitoring the show. But I mean, you're not following the story yet.
And then you give me a chance to speak, right?
I will not give you a chance. You'll wait for your time. That's what we do here. How can you speak and you say let somebody else speak and then you have only one moderator? You want moderate? I can leave you moderate. I can leave right now.
Do that.
And go to Bible study.
Let me moderate.
You say let's do that. You better move for you. You moderate. Everybody will leave. For me, the best time I'm gonna leave one moderate. Everybody will leave you alone. But let me say this, Colonel Gray. Let me say this, right? Colonel Gray, let me say this, right? I beg you. The woman went in. She went for an in-service. The director of nursing informed her, right? So don't tell us, say she wasn't informed. The director of nursing went for management meeting, and people might get it right. Colonel Gray, my man, leave me alone. Let me talk. You finish?
What I hear say?
Yeah, no, when you finish, stop interrupting now. Stop interrupting. You can just kind of talk. Then you gotta listen. Listen, my brother. The director of nursing, Josiah Joker's wife. Yeah, but my man, you still talking there, mean that we gotta just pause you back, break you back. Josiah Joker's wife, right? This lady here, the director of nursing, she went into a management meeting, and the management meeting had the Minister of Health, Laprenito Yetis, Dr. Koto. The management meeting had the CEO for clinical services, Emmanuel Tamba. And people gotta follow this. You gotta follow this story here, right? They had all these people. They had the other deputy CEOs, and they had the Enfield director, Sir Commando. All of them. They were in the management meeting, folks. As director of nursing, and look what Emmanuel said. It is her duty to inform Dr. Richardson, her nurses. You guys will increase PPE. Some people came from East Africa. They are showing signs and symptoms of Ebola. Exactly like what she said. But Colonel Gray say that yes, when we work in at the hospital, in the morning, you go for nurses, doctor meeting, 30 minutes in the morning. We have this critical patient, we have this patient, people that will be going home, We do that quick. We prepare ourselves. And we get our assignment. That's what the director, she's from America. That's what she was doing. So let's move on. But what we are today, I think the issue remains. The government dropped the ball. Enfield dropped the ball, Kev. Let me hear you. We'll go to that. Dr. Richardson. You say you want to come in quickly. They dropped the ball. They just got to make the necessary correction. They're going to give them $4.2 million. Some lawmakers are going to eat their own. It's a revolving door, Dr. Richardson. They're going to take their own, the one that remain. The people they're going to say they were doing workshop, we're going to the radio station, that now they will be proactive, right? That now they will say they will be proactive. But they dropped the ball at first. And I think it will cost the country. Dr. Richardson.
Thank you. I wanted to add that first of all, everyone knows that Dylan and I have a very interesting relationship in terms of how he comments about things, but he did ask a very good question that I like. He said, why did you keep this information, I'm paraphrasing, from the public? Okay, he asked that question. And Dr. Commando said, well, I went to MCAT, I went to, XYZ. So if she explained this information to the public, why are they getting mad at the nurse who explained the same information that she heard from the director of nursing? Why?
Hey, man. You already killed it. You killed it, Dr. Richardson. You killed it. That's it.
Is this why they're having problem charging the nurse?
That's it.
Okay, so that's a question I wanted to ask. Maybe somebody.
Dr. Richardson, I get paid and people real mobile money number.
Somebody mobile money number.
Real mobile money number. Let me say.
You got mobile money number.
So, Stento, I think in my mind, what Dr. Poto then did was, as far as they are concerned, the people that needed to know about Ebola knew about it. As far as she's concerned, she informed Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai informed Jojo. Jojo informed Katumu. Katumu maybe informed Jeremiah Kun. Jeremiah Kun informed his wife. It was done with. No wonder why Kekula Poto and Joseph Boakai were not speaking until Kekula Poto died. I know the reason. We need to stop it. You cannot keep the people that voted for you, stood in the land, walk in the poo water in doubt, only because you people, the hierarchy, was informed. You're informed your family people. Everything okay in the country. Is that how we're going to run the country? One guy information, I inform my wife informed the children. Then everybody else all right? Is this how we're going to run the country? Since 3 weeks, you know how many people interact with? People went to business places. People went to offices. People went to church. So were you quarantining all the people that were in our church, all the places people went? Have you done your survey to know where all the people went in the 3 weeks? Who all they made contact with? You want to kill the Liberian people because you want to do the Ebola business here, the Ebola situation? Stay on. Liberia can never get that land and never ever. The land is for Guinea. Let me say this. We need to stop it. You can't get information that a register get information. She get informed my immediate family. It say, yeah, the rest of the people to hell with them. Or the people are walking the people water, he said to hell with them. So if they are not going to speak, how the people are going to know that people in the country with symptoms? Sarah may not be said right way. How the people are going to know that there's a symptom in the country that people are getting rid and the quarantine people? Where are those people being quarantined? Who checking on them? It's all about the chopping. That Opoto, it will lay on the money before the poor. That was Joseph Boakai brought her for. That was Kekula Poto and Joseph Boakai were not speaking for. Although Kekula Poto died. Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys, we got to go. Let's hear from Henry Fubi, and then we got to go. We got to move around. We got about 30 minutes left, maybe 15. Today, if you guys want to stay on, you can stay on. I will be leaving the Bible study time for me. But let me say this to you, Chief. Let's hear you, my brother. Welcome to the show. I hope you're okay, though, because we missed you yesterday, Fubi. I know the tension is high on the show. You're running away.
Good evening. The issue I got kind of different view about this whole Ebola, coronavirus, and other stuff. So most of the time, I avoid talking about them because the public don't like to hear the TRC. Because, like you said, it's all about the money. And I said the same thing during Ebola time when they were running around. The reason why many people die in Liberia because Madam Salim issued a pronouncement to close the hospitals for about 2 weeks. And when they closed public hospitals for about 2 weeks, people don't have access to healthcare, so they were dying. Also, people, when you raise some of these things that people, you get a signal you're going to die. That panic message also helped to kill a lot of people because they were afraid to go to the hospitals and they were just staying at home. So common illnesses, malaria and all other things were killing people in the name of Ebola. So it's the same thing. It will start to raise too many panic messages in the country without telling people that, look, if you are sick, you can take all the preventive measures, but when you are sick, go to the hospital. That's the only place they got to treat you. That's the message we need to keep sending. And when you have those kind of messages in the public, people get confident. People have confidence in the hospital. They go to the hospital whenever they are sick. The health practitioners should put in their safety measures, whatever thing they need to do to protect themselves. Whether Ebola or coronavirus or nothing in the country, they need to have protective gears to protect themselves, to treat patients when they go to the hospital. That's the message that people need to be giving, message of hope. How do you keep yourself prepared? How do you prevent all the different stuff you need to do? But anytime you are sick, go to the hospital. Don't stay at home. Don't lock yourself in the house. Don't refuse to go to the hospital, because if you do that, you make yourself more vulnerable to being ill than trying to seek help. So we need to have that kind of message to the public and stop panicking about Ebola in the country. 16% came, they're being quarantined. the first person that took Ebola to Liberia, according to them, nobody saw that person. Only somebody came from Lofa, they went Black Gina on motorbike, and that was the end. Nobody found that person until today's date. And how Ebola ended, nobody can even say that. We can one day will say Ebola feeling. They see what coronavirus will shut down the entire world. At the end of the day, we said COVID feeling, let's go back to our normal businesses, and we started moving. So just encourage people, go to the hospital, equip your hospital, prepare your hospital so that people sick, they can have access to health care, and they shouldn't stay at home, and they should use the preventive measures as much as possible to keep themselves safe and well, and spread messages across. I think that's the approach, and not the panic messages. But the health sector needs money anyway, so they have to ask for money. Whether 4.2 or even 10, preparatory stage and actual fighting stage are two different stages. So then I get to put the money, let them do what they need to do. Thank you.
Well, I want to say thanks to all of you. I do believe that if you enter in any hospital right now in this America, you understand that these people, they are all prepared. They are just getting ready, right? The autumn virus, the people just getting ready. In Liberia Society Club, let's keep quiet. We shouldn't run away. We shouldn't scare the people. The more you say we don't want to scare the people will die. So we want to know who are those 16 or 18 people, where are they? We want to know where are they. We are not saying that the people get Ebola. They're just showing signs. And I like what Dr. Kamano said. Some of these things, their signs are related. Typhoid fever, yellow fever, and all these things can happen. But we just want to know. The government got to be proactive. The government got to get involved. The government got to stop there for nothing secrecy, because it will come up. It will come up. And yeah, I win today not talking about it. And at the end, they settled on $4.2 million. They settled. What they will do with the money? Kuku Jumoku. You Isa, you know. I can guarantee you that Kuku Jumoku. But let me say this though. God is above. God is above. Liberia fought Ebola, fought COVID. Liberia is ready to fight because God is on our side. And we give this, we push the awareness. The very Dato Siakamano, during COVID time, you'll go back. The very Siakamano, we work together. We work together. We share information from hospital to hospital, school to school. We put the big announcement on truck and say, yeah, COVID awareness. That's what brought up a Spoon Talk. When we're fighting and contributing to communities and watching, she's a great person. Seriously. But sometimes when you get in government and anything change, there's no corruption in her, not one. She's a great person. So the position, we will help them. We will help them to put out the announcement, because I think it's the best thing to do. So thank you for joining Spoon on this great conversation. I believe that, again, I will be on the record, no Ebola in Liberia. All right, but please, please take care of yourself. Stay home. Stay home. Take care of yourself. If you come from work, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Clean your surroundings. Get hand sanitizer. Get these things. They're going to help you, my friend. One life to live. Because if you don't, you bring serious issue home. Those of you that like going to the club and like hawking and looking for girlfriend and boyfriend, sit down home. You go outside to look for girlfriend, you bring big trouble on your family. You're like Calabash, you're dancing, then my brother Russell, then Jacob, your thing is fun. Sit down home. You married, stay home, play your music in your house. Put YouTube on and dance. You don't have to go to the club. Everybody can fight to prevent this. Everybody should fight Ebola. But you will go and say you're going to hustle. Then you go to the nightclub. Leave the girlfriend there alone. I know they got an assistant. What are you talking so? And that's the fact. I
mean, say that you have good time. Outside people will not have good time in their life, my man.
No, my good time, I stay home, brother. That's my good time. I stay home.
Oh, man.
No. I know my friend and my good time, I stay home. And my thing is that you just got to just try to help the
I'll
government.
send out a dancing video this weekend, you know, so that you can play it too.
That's it. I mean, it's out there if I get any video. But I want to say, let's move on. I just gave him a free advice. You know, I know Dr. Sacramento would do a good job. My cousin, Minister Kutu, they will arrest this situation. I don't know about Louis Tamba Hosmo, Emmanuel Tamba. You were my friend before, but he my friend no more. You know, he may have my friend no more, and I will talk about him. Emmanuel Tamba from Minnesota. The man, the only job the man get, he said he won't be a GYN doctor. Let me leave that one before I get in trouble. That's Emmanuel Josh. The only job the man said he wanted to be a woman doctor, a man at GYN doctor. So let's leave that one. But anyway, let me bring in, let me ask you though. So you think it was fair that they suspended this lady and they left out Josiah Joker Webb? Quickly, I mean, that's a woman suspension letter. They suspended her, but they left out Josiah Joker Webb. What do you think? You think it was fair? Quickly, let me hear you, Dr. George. Was the decision a fair decision, Dr. George?
No, I don't think so. I don't think to suspend any one of them, I believe consciously, with myself, it's my opinion, that Madam Joker did the right thing. She got information. She started to, as director of nursing, she prepared her nurses so that they could be prepared. She got what the thing named, she got PPE and other things for her nurses. I respect her for doing that. The place I had my challenge was if what Tama said last night on the show that she refuted this story. But if she did that, I respect her for doing that. And that's what a director of nursing should do in an institution. When it comes to the second lady, Madam Bidel, I believe that with such information, she should have, because she said she worked at another nursing facility. And having received such first-hand information, she should have worked with her director of nursing. But I don't believe she should be suspended. She decided to take another path to share the information in the chat room of nurses. But when you share public information in chat rooms, it's liable sometimes to become a gossip item. But I believe she should have called her director of nursing, informed her director of nursing at the other facilities, so that director of nursing who have initiated training for the nurses in that facility.
Thank you. Let's move quickly. I just got to bring this up. It's very important, guys. I want you to take a look here, right? And I want us to talk about Amara Conner. He will be joining Spoon one-on-one with the CEO on Sunday. The senator from Buffalo, Amara Conner, will be joining us on Sunday one-on-one with the CEO. I'd like to give that announcement. But Amara Conner says something today, and you can follow his post. Take a look at these photos, right? Josiah Jokai, Mo Ali, Reverend Luther Tappe. Reverend Luther Tappe not only party chairman, he's member of the board, Freeport. He's the chair. Josiah Jokai, CSA, and Mo Ali, what and so on. So can you guys tell me, let's talk today and talk about what Amara Conner said today. Well, they remove Emma Glasgow and other people for wearing party uniform, so to speak. What's going on? And if you read the Amara Conner post, that was so unique. Now let's hear you, Yeke. What a big problem these guys have brought to Unity Party. Have they been a hypocrite? Let's hear you.
So, Stentor, you know the Unity Party people feel they are too entitled. Everything about them is 100% correct. These are things that will front on during the campaign. How people are using their offices to run campaign. And the code of conduct speak against the issues, the attitudes. You know, you cannot be a government official, you go into political functions. It's wrong. But the Unity Party people feel they feel they're too entitled. So everything about them, there's no law. everything about them is right in their mind. You think those people are supposed to be going to those kind of places? No, they shouldn't be going there. But is Unity Party a respecter of the law? We say no, they are not a respecter of the law. They have broken all the laws. Anything that get to do with Mr. Bwaka and his people, that lawless thing they always do. They don't go by the law. They always bypass the law. They feel the government is owned by Mr. Bwaka, so everything about Mr. Bwaka is always right. And we think it's wrong. These people right now, the thing happened to what the money from NAFA. I'm at Glasgow. It was because of that, people say a lot of things. So what more I didn't did? What Luther Tappe, the Reverend Chairman did, and what his name, Joker, it is right. Will something come out of it? Nothing will come out of it. Because Mr. Bwaka is lawless. He don't believe in law. He don't believe in anything they call law. You know? And that is why we need to remove him and prosecute him. The only way Liberia can be better, Mr. Bwaka need to be prosecuted. They see law that protect him. They see constitution that protect him. They see constitution protects other people. But instead, he used the constitution to protect himself and use the constitution, the provision of the constitution that protects the people and use it against them to abuse them. We think Mr. Bwaka. And the only point I can prosecute Mr. Bwaka like Yeke, I don't see nobody can prosecute Mr. Bwaka. I don't see it. Because everybody will want to come, oh yeah, my man. When somebody can, they want straight out the country, they can go ahead. They will let it roll. But Yeke, I swear to God in heaven, I can prosecute Mr. Bwaka. Because he used the same provision of the Constitution that protect him. He used the same provision of the Constitution that protect the people to abuse the right of the people. So that Constitution that protect him, we need to hold it and prosecute him. Thank you.
So let me bring in Bangura. What say you? Americana was very clear. He said there is nothing new in Liberia except the history you don't know or the one you conveniently forget to benefit your action. Political parties seek power only for their own benefit. The goal of power is power itself. And when power shifts, what makes us think it won't follow the same pattern again? And he went on to say, those people were persecuted by Unity Party just by wearing party paraphernalia and uniform and hat and gun and body and watch and everything. And here we are saying these guys then, the reason why they campaigned on and they did everything, Josiah Jokai, remove people from position, from the city hall and other places and saying, no, you went against the code of conduct, you wore party uniform, and he was telling people how to dress. You cannot dress the days, you cannot dress. But look at Josiah Jokai. The same thing he ran Mayor folks for. Hey man, Brother Bangura, what say you? What say you?
Thank you. I like to read a lot from Senator Connor. He's very dialogical and opinionated. Many times we agree, sometimes we disagree, but I like to read his comments. I want to drop a very short message before I go on for Mr. Koluba. You know, Umbo Koluba, you are the master of your own fate and the architect of your own destiny. What happened to you in the legislature, you are responsible for that. The president did not vote. He is not a member of that legislature. If you should curse any group of people, it's the opposition, especially the CDC that has got majority. They signed that resolution. They signed against you. They removed you. Get that straight. Mr. Bwaka, the president got nothing to do with that. Don't blame your misery on him. That's misplaced aggression. Let me now go to matter in hand. The civil service did not completely debar political participation for civil servants and for public officials. Here's what it says. You cannot use government time. You cannot use government resources on political campaign or political rallies. The situation in vote we're discussing was not government time. If government resources, government vehicles were used, then it becomes a serious issue. But none of those were used. This is why civil servants are allowed to vote. They can participate in campaigns. They can go to political rallies, but you cannot go there using government time and government resources. If you are in the public service or civil service and you want to run for an elected position, you will have to take a leave of absence or you will have to resign your post. These rules are all laid down there. So I can tell you clearly that if you are a civil servant and you go to attend a political rally, that is a problem. And also, this NIMO we're talking about here is not a political party. Yes, it's a political group. Yes, they were discussing politics there, but you can't even equate it to a political party. It was even held on a weekend. So anybody can go there. Okay, so there's no violation here. So had Mr. Joka attended
So what's the difference? Political rally, political party.
So I will let you learn. When you're done, then I will continue. I can function in chaos. You know that, Chief. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You know you're my man. So the short of the long here is that you can participate in political rallies. Isaac and I participated in multiple political rallies when we were officials of the government. We wore our regalia, our berets. We went to these functions. We did that. So this is why that setting Senator Connors piece, there are a lot of interesting trappings that one can find there. Sometimes it will occur to you that, okay, when you are there, it's a different ball game, and then when another group is there, it's a different ball game. But clearly, the Saturday's event was not government time, and so long government resources were not used, I see no reason why we're beating on Jokai or beating on civil servants who went there. They have the freedom to do that, so long they are not breaching the civil service standing order. Thank you, Senator.
So, Brother Bagura, I want to give everybody the chance. So, number one, they wore the NIMBO uniform, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, you are telling us they didn't use anything related to the functions and the position or the offices. Am I correct?
They shouldn't use anything related to that.
But you cannot confirm whether they did, right?
I was not there.
Good. That's why you cannot confirm whether they did, right?
No, I cannot confirm whether they did.
Good. The car that they drove, you don't know whether that government car or that private car, right?
I was not there.
Correct. I move. Let me bring you an answer. What are you hearing here?
I wanted to come to Emmanuel George to just summarize what Bangura said because I was confused. I wasn't really understanding. He said you can do it, you cannot do it. Yeah, you can go, but you cannot come. I wanted someone to summarize. I'm not sure. Bangura, no, you thought.
You didn't understand me, so let me explain to you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I am told you are teaching at UL. I'm paying a visit at UL tomorrow to test the reason of your class. Apparently, there's a Facebook post that the teacher. Hold on now. Hold on.
Let me tell you when I have classes now.
No, I think we'll talk about it.
For you to talk, let the man talk.
Yeah. There's a famous Facebook post where the teacher was actually telling the children 2 + 2 = 10. 1 + 1 = 20. And later the teacher said, okay, y'all with me stupid as long as the government doesn't pay me. I want to believe Bangura is somewhere in that category because they both talking that on stage. Just talking to them. You can go, but the civil servant say, yeah, you can do small, but you can do plenty. The time you do it later, let's be serious, man. Bangura, stop stuffing yourself, my man. So, listen. Yeke, you used the right word. Unity Party feels so entitled. Unity Party feels so entitled. They are the keeper of truth. They are the keepers of right. They are the keepers of education. They are the keepers of knowledge, of experience, and everything that is wrong or right. The party feels so entitled. I listened to one other guy one basic guy, not the real scholar from us, not the other one from Nokar. He was saying something with no head. Amara was actually talking about people going political thing, the boss say gratitude. It almost like someone talking about playing and another person talking about swimming. I don't know what playing and swimming get to do with anything. Come on. But then he said something, he said, Amara, we can kill your political thing. We're just waiting for the marching orders. So what kind of a party is this? Amara Kone post was not only to UP. Amara scolded UP. He scolded CDC. You didn't see CDC going all around the place crying. You see UP all around the place with their mouth and no hair and they talking. What kind of a party is this? They are so thin-skinned. Look how the children can insult us, even right on this line. See how they can insult us. We never go there to them with them. We don't respond to them. We let it go. It can never be a UP official. Some children, when you even see their picture, you won't even send them $5. They will not kind of insult you. Some of them even go in K1, they will kind of say, "Man, dog, yeah." All those things, that's the game. We move on. How is Unity Party so thin-skinned? Nobody in Liberia should say anything. Oh, UP, yes, are you right? Oh, UP, yes, are you right? Oh, UP. No one should say you wrong. I'm not going to say the right thing. Although I would disagree with him on CDC because CDC did not remove anybody for wearing party anything. No, but he said it. We move. We have to learn from those things. Look at Emma Glasgow's post today on Facebook. I feel sorry for that lady. The lady talked about how emotional threatening she was, how she broke down, how the UP pressure her because they said she would or a party something. Now the very same party now, according to Bangura, they can do small, but they can do plenty. They there. What kind of a party is this? And Yaka, you were talking about President Baka being persecuted, not be persecuted, Yaka, the only thing I can say, take small, cold water, go to sleep, pray to God for long life. President Baka is a good father. He will be living. 2030 will come. Next government will come in. Hallelujah. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much. Kev, let's say you on this one because it's just something, and we're close on this topic. It's just something very simple that you either for or against. But before you speak, Kev, maybe Fubi will help us, right? And Conor Gray. I want to come to you, Kev. What happened with the ombudsman recommendation to President Baka when the first code of conduct issue came about? Did the president, did he do anything about that? Go ahead, Kev. I just threw the question out there.
There's no such thing called the ombudsman anymore. It's dead. It's gone. Nothing. Matter of fact, Mo Ali and others took the ombudsman to the Supreme Court and said that's their right. You remember that? To do anything they want to do. So there's nothing called the ombudsman. But let me say this, Isaac. I believe that you probably owe Mr. Bangura an apology because you know him well and you know he's a smart man. Mr. Bangura is not doing this because he don't know what he's doing. He's doing this because he was told to do that for his underlying problem that he think they get on him. This man is a smart, intelligent man. Trust me, you go to this man's class, you ain't be impressed. But he got to do this because the government of today, you saw what Sheikh Kouyaté did? The government of today, and that's why Yeke refused to do what Bangura is doing. That's why Yeke refused to do. So they took him out. Bangura don't want to be there. Just give him a pass. This man know exactly. Imagine, Isaac, this man saw our rally was on Saturday. On Saturday. Today, you have some kind of amnesia. He said our rally that was Monday. That was Wednesday, right? Even though our rallies then that was Saturday. So he telling me Emma Glasgow left for office and had on that beret and everything on the Monday. The reason why we do the political rally on a Saturday, because we want our civil servant them to our partisans who are civil servant them to come. So we cannot do it on the weekdays. It got to be on the weekend. And you know that. Because of the political power hands those guys then want to use, and they needed that position, that's why they took off a winner from LTA, Emma, because they believe it's a lucrative side. But let's say this. The Supreme Court ruled. The Supreme Court ruled on their behalf. What the president said. He said, I will listen to you, but no thank you. The next day, the president fired everybody. While a winner they were rejoicing. The next day, they were fired. But now, they're telling the public, we can do it better than you. So when I post and say this government is ruling by decree, and that's what's happening. There's a serious business. If a smart man like Mr. Bangura can just leave, he left all his smartness and decide to play this role. He's acting. It's a movie star on the show. Everything Mr. Bangura is doing is a movie. He's acting.
So the man at John Rambo?
The man at Rambo. They make it
now be Rambo. The man die in the show. How you be Rambo? You see Rambo die. Rambo now die in the show.
Oh, the man want to die.
No. The man have to die in the show. In this episode,
No. They say you people can be watching Bangura every time you speak. When you made any mistake, you can text him.
They flash it. They say, "My man, you don't get this thing, eh? You don't get this thing." That's my man.
I want to say thanks to you. I got to go to Bible study. I got to go pray for these troublesome people here on this show.
Can I say something?
No, Dr. Emmanuel George is taking
you guys say nothing.
I'm not spoken on this issue.
Emmanuel George will come to you, Conor Gray.
Before you leave, let me make my own statement.
Emmanuel George is taking over. He will come to you, Dr. George.
Let's go do our Bible study. Isaac gone. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys.
Okay, we'll take Conor Gray.
Thank you, Josh. I think we tend to employ upon ourselves culture that does not seem possible in politics. I remember when Dr. Tukwa, I don't know if he's still alive, but if he's gone, may he so rest in peace. And was one Brownie Samukai. Both of them were ministers in government, and they attended a UP political rally. It was a big deal. Fast forward to the former administration, there was a Cooper Kra, Minister of Post and Telecom, who was actually relieved of his position because he attended a political rally. People seem to have amnesia when it comes to, just a short span in history. We're quick to forget. I hear somebody saying nobody was dismissed under the former regime. Look, that is a culture here in the U.S. I see people wearing the MAGA.
I mean, how we can teach people like you, man? How we can teach people like you? You had to learn, brother.
Please,
went to an opposition political rally.
I say, please, Conor Gray have the flow. Conor Gray have the flow. We'll soon come to our closing. Yes,
man. Who you feeling, my brother? Yeah. When people refute what you say,
no, he went to the opposition against his own boss. It's different.
It's not because he went to a political rally.
He went to a political rally. The CDC administration dismissed him for going to a political rally. So just so your you can say your own. Once they push you, then that's a levity of shame.
Guys were just lying.
You see that? You
got.
No. I was saying that somebody talking about being abused, you just read the chat line. I don't care. I'm a soldier. You can cost my mom. If you ask me to cost my own mom in the military, we used to do it. That's because they want to take it away for you. That emotion, they want to take it away for you. So next time, if somebody abuses your mom and in the line of security, you will not use that to divulge information. It's just a training they give you. That's why you say I don't get angry easily. I'm trained. The thing about this issue about people wearing regalia to go to party, party ceremonies and stuff, we see it.
You sure you don't get angry easily?
The MAGA movement, people in government wearing that stuff and going there. Because you know what? We have taken upon ourselves responsibility that we can't keep. That is not, they are draconian in politics. Look, if a man identifies to be this, leave them alone. It's like religion. That's why they hope to espouse, and that's fundamental freedom of association. But we make it like, like you've committed, an abomination when you attend some of these things. Look, it happened yesterday. It's happening today. I don't see anything wrong with it, George.
Thank you, Colonel Gray. Thank you, Colonel Gray. I will end on this topic by saying my friend, Dr. Clarence Pearson.
I didn't talk.
But you're the moderator. Why you
the first
want
to
to close?
speak on it? Where were you?
I didn't speak on it. I didn't speak on it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Fubi, you got that to say.
Yeah, I always I got to say because I can hit your comment.
Because you when they come and say they my opposition friends. That's all you can say. My citizen friends. My man start wasting our time, man. That crossfire time. Yeah, no wasting time. Fubi come and waste our time.
Yeah,
Fubi come and waste our time.
Start disturbing. Look, I said it before. Since Madam Salif time, I've always been against that code of conduct. The code of conduct is a biased code of conduct, and it shouldn't even exist. You cannot have representatives and senators being free to attend political rallies, to go and campaign. Then you say others that are appointed by the president should not do the same. You can't do that. So for me, that whole code of conduct should have been trashed, because it doesn't represent the true meaning of freedom of expression, freedom of association. All those that you even appoint, you show just now, the Luther Tapper, the Mo Ali, the Josiah Joker. If President Bouaka is out of office tomorrow, and you have a new government coming in, automatically all of those guys, they are out of jobs, unless the new president decides to appoint them. So they owe that loyalty to the president. They work at the will and pleasure of the president. So they can attend any kind of political rally they want to attend, issue of backing the president up. They should not refrain or should not stop doing that. Those were training position because you find yourself moving from one government to another. That's where the tricky part comes in, that you should at least try to be balanced as much as possible, or try to be as independent as possible. But at the same time, nobody is very independent. Even the person you said at NEC, not independent. Even the chief justices and the justice on the Supreme Court bench, they are not independent. They all go to the ballot box, to the pool to vote. So there is no independent person in the country. So we should learn that. But at some point, they expect you to show that level of independence and non-biasness so that the public will see. But I'm not going to bid against any public servant or the presidential appointee for attending political rallies. I've condemned that from Madam Salif time. I condemned that during Weah time. I'm going to condemn that now. They should be free to associate with their political party, their political functions, and there should be nothing against them, because the people that even passed that law, they gave themselves that freedom. Nobody can punish them. So they can go to all the political rallies, they can write their government cards and go there. Nobody can punish them. So why should you punish other Liberians for doing the same? They're not more Liberians than any other person. So would you understand that? So I'm not going to be against them for doing that.
Thank you. I will conclude in this direction. The code of conduct does not stop. It's not saying that you cannot be part of a political party, that you cannot attend a political rally, and that you cannot hold political opinion. It's very clear in the code that you can do that. The challenge is the use of your time and use of government properties, and the conflict of
We cannot hear Dr. George.
Yeah, sorry. So I think there where the challenge is. And the situation we have, and what Stanton was asking Honorable Bangura earlier on, if those individuals use government vehicles to attend those rallies, they are breaking the code of conduct. If those individuals had conflict of interest, losing government time, and was being paid by government for being there, they are breaking the code of conduct. So we should be mindful of that. It's the law. We may like it, we may not like it, but it's the law, and it's our duty to respect the law. But right now, we're going to take our closing, gentlemen. We have a few minutes to go. We have 5 left, so I'm going to start with Honorable Kolba, and then go to Honorable Bangura, Chief Fubi Harris, Isaac, and Conor Gray and myself will take the final. So 2 minutes each, gentlemen.
So thank you. Let me say thank you to all my big brothers on the show. And let me say to my supporters, to the Port District number 10, I'm feeling very good. I'm okay. I came to spend some time with my family. On Monday was my twins' birthday, and it was celebrated very well. They enjoyed themselves. And I want to assure my supporters, people that believe in me in the Port District number 10, if it is for Yeke to extend apologies to Mr. Boakai to remain being represented, I got no interest. I got no interest whatsoever. I will never, ever retract what I said. And let me say again today, I got to know today that Mr. Boakai agreed with President Doumbouya that place is for Guinea. And Mr. Boakai knows that very, very well. And he can never, ever deny it. He's trying to hide the information from the people. According to what I heard today and what I knew today, that Mr. Boakai told President Doumbouya that anyway, your people can be there. In time to come, our people will understand and we will live with it. But Mr. Boakai have agreed with President Doumbouya. And to my supporters, you will get more information. I was in a meeting today, and 1 week from now, I will be another place in a meeting. And we will inform you people how deceitful, how wicked Mr. Boakai is when it comes to the border situation. No one will make me afraid. No one will make me to retract what I said. If I will have to retract what I said, let all the people that feel that they're belly in the wheelbarrow for me to remain being represented, I got no interest whatsoever. No interest whatsoever. The day I do it, to retract what I said again today, that I know for the fact, 100%, that Mr. Boakai agree with President Doumbouya that play is Guinea, and the people will be there, the Liberian people will live with it. If I ever retract that, don't never, ever respect me in your left. I stand by my statement. I do not dignify work over my conscience. I do not dignify work over my integrity. My integrity matters a lot. Let me say thank you very much to my supporters. You people should remain strong and be focused. We got October to go before the full bench. And when we get before the full bench, we have another issue about due process. I will never give him due process. If Mr. Boakai fee, he can fight me, let him give me due process. I will defeat him in the house. So to close up, I got information that I'm trying to conclude on. That 3 weeks ago, there was money devalued in the House of Representatives. That when the recap budget came, there was something done in the budget. I'm trying to conclude my investigation, and I will say this to the public, and I will be challenging people that say Yeke is a criminal, Yeke is corrupt, like Mema Breeze, and other people to prove me wrong. And none of them, when I conclude my investigation, will be able to prove me wrong. I want to say thank you and God bless
Thank you, Honorable Koluba. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you for being part of the show. Honorable Bangura.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I would like to always see my man in charge. Power looks good on you. Well, on Mokoluba, when you get used to lying and you get accustomed to lying, so much so that you begin to believe your own lie, then there's a problem. And know that you will get over these things as you move forward. Because everything that happens to you, you stumble the president. If you went to sleep, you woke up midnight, the president woke you up. So everything about your life is just waka. So no problem. He's your kinsman, and he's our president. But you gotta stop framing him lying. He told Dumoya nothing. Everything you said about that land is not true. You know you're lying. That is not correct. And that is not true. We want to debunk that. And Dr. George, you talk about ethics here today. And I really appreciate that point you made about ethics. The reason why I appreciate it is because have you ever wondered how pictures that are not supposed to be leaving our hospitals, sensitive pictures of people's loved ones, whilst they are working on them, operating on them, or sometimes they are taking them to the mortuary. You just see pictures all on Facebook. There are many, many cases. Our panelist here, Uncle Sam's late wife, her pictures were everywhere. The former manager of Bolivar Palace Hotel, his picture was just everywhere. Ghastly pictures, totally unacceptable. It represents some of the highest ethical breaches and violations in the very nursing field and health system. So you talk about ethics. I think we should take some time to talk about that even more. People breach ethical, issues. The breaches are just too many. So when people get accustomed to these kinds of things, then it becomes normal to them. So no wonder why somebody would just send information. If, God forbid, it were a dead body, it was the picture she was going to send. So ethics is very important in your workplace because it sets the basis between the do's and the don'ts, the rights and the wrongs. It's very important to talk about ethics. So I encourage that topic any day, anytime. I want to close on this note by stating, thank God we do not have Ebola.
1 minute.
Liberia. Oh, I have 1 more minute. Thank God we do not have Ebola in Liberia. Although you did not call time on Yeke. There's no Ebola here. There is no confirmed case of Ebola. There's no probable case of Ebola. That is a good news. I want all of us to embrace and run with. And we'll continue to pray that we will not have Ebola. We trust the health system. We have the manpower. They have the capacity. They have the experience. They have the capability to continue whatever unfortunate outbreak may come. So on that note, I want to thank the listening audience for always being there, for their patience, their forbearance, their participation. We read the comments. Some of them agree, some of them disagree. It's part of a healthy conversation. I want to wish all of you a very good night. I'll be looking forward to a more engaging and robust conversation tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Bangarad. Chief Fubi is sleeping?
No, I'm not sleeping. I thought you are following the chain. No, so good show. I know my CDC man a little disturb the show when you hitting their corn. That's the only problem with them. And you see, I won't let people say that it will not bring we up or stop we are from going back. So yes, the Labrambo will decide on when the time comes. So just say your own, get up for the chance. So when people Labrambo decide that maybe we are president again, they will be president. If they decide not to, they will not make him president. So just focus on that. But like the issue raised about the whole Ebola stuff, the nurse issue. And there's nothing wrong with Madam Joka briefing her staff, like you said. And there's also nothing wrong with Madam Bidel also informing other nurses. But my problem with her, to even record it, then you put it that the health ministry is hiding the information. That was wrong. So if they suspending her for that, if they are right for suspending her, you can give precautionary message out. Say, look, there are suspects in the country from Uganda and blah blah blah. So you guys be more proactive and put in more stringent measure in handling patients. You can pass that message on, and you can pass that message to the general public. There is nothing wrong with that kind of message going to the public. But when you say health ministry is hiding Ebola case in the country, then you cross the line. And for crossing that line, some people, at least they suspend her, or that will fire her already, because you're not supposed to do that. And it's against any kind of ethics, whether medical ethics, even professional ethics at your different job places. Those kind of information should not, you can't pass information out like that to the public. And the whole issue about Ebola scares people. So you got to manage what you put out to the public. So they need to understand that. And I hope this government would not shut down or close hospitals like Madam Sali did for 2 weeks. That was what caused most of the death in Liberia. And not Ebola that caused the death. They closed down public hospitals for 2 weeks. And when that happened, people never had access to healthcare. So what you expect them to do? They'll die from malaria, diarrhea, and all those small things are killing people. So we pray that this government doesn't go that route. So if the health ministry asks you for support and they need money to pump the money in and improve your health sector so that you build confidence in the health sector, so that people are sick, they should go to the hospital. That's the only place people need to go when they are sick. They shouldn't stay at home. So the panic messages that was sent out during 2014, that should not be repeated this time. And there should be no closure of hospitals, improve the health sector, pump money into the health sector, and encourage people to go to the hospitals whenever they are sick. And we should stop telling people that the message that Ebola cannot be killed. When you get it, you are dead. Those kind of messages were causing people to die. Because people just, when somebody sick, their eye rest small, because sometimes malaria can make your eye red. You go, you pass and smoke, your eye can turn red. So normal common illness can make your eye red. So when you see that, you say, oh, I got Ebola. You go and start worrying, you die in your house because you don't want to go to the hospital. You don't want anybody to know. So people start dying from those kind of stuff. And that needs to change. And the government should not pass that message on, because all the places that you had Ebola, there were survivors. So there are always survivors. Any kind of outbreak you have, there will always be survivors. So take the preventive measures and encourage people to go to the hospitals when they are sick. Thank you.
Thank you, Phoebe. Isaac and then Conor Gray.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know where Bangura went. So Bangura said Yeke Koluba was lying, or is lying, but he just went, I don't know. Yeke is lying. Everything Yeke said is all lying. What's the truth? I want to ask Bangura, I don't know where he went to. What's the real truth? Where are the Guineans now? The Guinean army, where are they? Are they still on the land there, or they moved now? Okay, if they are still there, when are they moving? Maybe Bangura knows something that we don't know. Are they still withdrawing? Like, are they withdrawing one foot at a time? When they withdraw one foot, they wait for 3 weeks, and then they withdraw the other foot until 10 years later before they will all move. What is the truth? You know, it is difficult to see my brother Bangura doing himself like this, and I know a lot of people can be laughing at him because it's. I don't know Bangura to be that way. I wish he was on the show. You don't have to put your mouth in everything. If you know you do the deal, you look funny. The Guinean army rest of the boat over there, and you come to tell the man, say, "Oh no, they are not there." Like, the people are stupid. So when will these people move? Where will they go? The last time I checked, President Barker had a address to the nation, and he said the people informed him that they were going back. And people, how long it's been now? Even the World War III, for the whole planet, I don't think they took the amount of time to withdraw. I don't think so. There is a truth that we know, that the United Party knows, and President Barker knows. It is unfortunate for our country to be in this situation. Liberia has existed for I don't know how many years. It is only under President Barker we see a Capitol building being burned. It is only under President Barker we see Fuya getting 10 million mansion with no explanation at all. It is only under President Boakai, we are seeing another country's army with arms, their flag in uniforms on our lands. It is under President Boakai, we are seeing former presidents being stopped from using VIP entrance at the airport. It is just crazy. It is crazy. I wish we had not come here. Imagine a brother say, Yeke is lying, but then where are the army? They are right there. When are they due to leave? Will they leave tomorrow, next year, 10 years? What are they doing there now if they were to leave next year? So the truth is, this government has defined itself by lies. And let me quickly end up again with our nurses, especially those who are thinking you harmonize my salary, I will harmonize your vote. Although nurses' salary were being pushed up, but it still had to be political. Today you are in a situation I'm sure you can handle. I know many of you listening to us can sleep, look in the sky, and wonder yourself. All of these things going on with you did not happen before, but you are now in a government that you better not be you. You better not be you. I know information not verified, though we are still working to verify that information. I'm not sure if there's something, but again, because it is on Facebook, so we just have to talk about it since it's not verified yet, it's alleged. We just got information that from the Redemption Hospital in Nuku Town, 2 persons died right by the hospital. And why did they die? One woman took the other person, and from the information, which is still not been verified, the hospital there,
10 seconds.
Yeah, the hospital there requested some money before they start to treat the woman. She didn't have money, so they told her no bed. Because of that, she died. That whole episode led the other person that took her to also faint and fall off, and she died as well. 2 persons. The videos and pictures are on Facebook. We are still trying to verify exactly what happened. But this information make us feel so sad for our country. Thank you.
Amen. It's my time, right?
Conor Gray. Sorry.
Yes, thank you, brother. Let us go back in the annals of history. I like to rewind history. I wonder when political leader Kiasel, may he so rest in peace, when he brought his helicopter and was prevented from landing on Liberian soil. I wonder under whose administration that happened. Well, let's leave it. That's why I say anything that you think is happening today has happened before. Our struggle for this democracy is to perfect the rules we've laid down as the guiding principle that will be the tenets for which we govern our own democracy. But anything and everything you think this government is doing, others have done it, and sometimes we struggle. And that's what democracy and the onward improvement of democracy is all about. And that said, here in this country, there's a law called HIPAA. It governs us. Those of us who engage in health-related services delivery, even the telephone I use in the office has to be HIPAA compliant. So when pertinent information and record are divulged, just like that, you just share it. That culture has to be developed in Liberia. That requires jail time. When personal information relating to their health, you just share it among other individuals, and you call yourself a nurse. In this country, you lose your license for that. Something you suffered, you struggle for. But in Liberia, it's a common thing. People come home, they share information about patients they're dealing with. And you hear the discussion about this person got AIDS, that person got that. Those kinds of culture, in my opinion, is primitive. Because you know what? Anybody who has that ability to maintain, to treat somebody should be able to sustain their privacy to the letter, to the core. So when they are reprimanding people who go to work and divulge these kinds of information, and then you stoke fear, national security, panic, everybody running here and there, then you think that is normal. It's bigger than anybody being suspended for violating their own act and their own rule. If you don't want to be in the nursing field, in the health industry, that is another way to say I don't want to be here when you divulge information at that level. And I hope people will begin to bring this kinds of culture in the workplace in Liberia so that we can be a decent society. How you go be sharing somebody information out there because there's a hearsay, you heard it from somewhere, and then you open and you record the session, telling people, knowing that when you record these kinds of information, they go out. So the thing about it is that people are paying for exactly what the crimes they committed. So hopefully, we will make our workplace better, and privacy will be number one in Liberia. It's not there. In the hospital, you go there the day before you come out, your information is out there. That's why people don't go to hospital there, they go out. Because people are afraid that the information that's supposed to be protected, nurses here know that. You're not just divulge information, you stand in front of the camera and then telling people, these people came from Uganda, this company. What are you doing that? That's being primitive. And I hope they can reprimand some of those people so that they know that Freedom of Information Act is something that is very, very valuable to the health field. George, thank you so much.
Thank you, Conor Gray. Thank you. Let me thank our listener for joining us this evening on Facebook, YouTube, and those of you who are joining us on the television and radio stations in Liberia. Tonight we cover several topics, and one of those have to do with the situation or what we have heard about Ebola in the country first and foremost. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia has reported that there is no case of Ebola in Liberia. And we do respect the work that is being done at NPHIL, and do respect the Director General and what she has shared. However, the National Public Health Institute is reporting that 16 persons is being monitored currently. With that information, I personally believe that the National Public Health Institution should have informed the Liberian people that this was going on, that there are suspected cases of Ebola in Liberia, and that we should start taking the necessary measures. And that's why I respect Madam Joanna Joker for what she did at JFK as the nursing director, to have in-service training for her nurses, since they are frontline officers and they are going to be the first to come in contact with anybody who has Ebola or the symptoms of Ebola. So we don't hold her responsible for that in-service training. It was duty and her responsibility as a director of nursing. And I think she should be respected for that. I know we can become political to say that her husband is the head of the Civil Service Agency, but if she's qualified, I have no qualm with her being in that position, and what she did, I do respect that. So the challenge we have is the situation with Madam Bidel. And my personal opinion on this, and again, it's my opinion on this, is that yes, Madam Bidel had a right to inform other nurses of what she has been trained upon. But I believe she should have followed the appropriate channel by informing the director of nursing at the second center where she worked. Should she be arrested for this? Should she be suspended for that? I don't think so. I don't believe so. She could be reprimanded. She could be warned. There should be a conversation with her supervisor to help her understand the importance of following a chain of command in the field of nursing, especially in giving us sensitive information or information that could be misinterpreted if not given out in a proper way. But I don't believe that she should be suspended from her job. We went on to talk about the National Independent Movement for Boycott. This movement is going to show us that our brother Ben Gura will soon join one of the opposition parties right now, because Ben Gura supports the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. And I'm wondering, how is the Vice President feeling when he was told that he would be given the opportunity to run on a Unity Party ticket in 2029? But there was a grand opening of a movement that is totally against the philosophy or the deed for which the Vice President took his office, hoping that he will be the one on the ticket in 2029. But we now see that there's a big movement that seems to have a lot of our public resources a lot of resources from anywhere it is coming from, that is promoting a 2029 campaign of President Boycott, thereby putting the vice president in the backseat. So we look forward to welcoming Mr. Bangura back to where he belongs, and also the vice president, because as we say over and over, you can never trust the Unity Party with anything if you are not a part of them. And even if you are a part of them, if you disagree with them, they will be totally against you. But thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Emmanuel George on behalf of the Spoon Talk and on behalf of Stanton Waterspoon, who have left for Bible study. We appreciate your time, and we appreciate you joining us every evening. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for this discussion. I turn over to Nelson.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Well, thank you, Dr. Josh, and thanks to all of our folks across the world for calling tonight. We look forward to seeing, wow, terrible sound here. We look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. And thanks to the entire team tonight, Colonel E. Remy Gray, and everyone who contributed to the show. Thanks to our thousands of viewers who took up time to watch the show tonight. We appreciate you as well. And our audience across radio, we want to say thanks to all of you for being on tonight. This is how we end up for tonight. The invitation is yours to join us tomorrow for another edition of Spoon Talk. Until then, I'm Nelson Collier. Have a good night and bye for now.
Yeah, yeah, too small. If you eat on gradually, my brother, too small. You got a small TV, you got a small radio, too small. Yeah, yeah, too